This is a good one.
Hang on a second. I just want to point out the score. Do you know the score
Of what?
that we're playing right now? Film
Oh.
score?
Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Yes. Ennio Morricone.
Yeah, very
That's
good.
a good one. It's
Yeah.
a really good one. National Film Score Day yesterday.
All right, so I'm 2 for 2. I'll be very proud if I get any more of these. All right. Would you rather have a shoe named after you, you know, like the Kobe or
Like
the
Air
LeBron,
Jordan.
like Air Jordan?
Yep.
The movie Air is very popular right
Yep.
now. An award named after you, like the Bill Russell Finals MVP award.
or the Irving Thalberg Award, or
Right,
whatever that is.
right.
or
So,
one of those.
Bergman, would you rather have a shoe or an award?
I want a shoe because they can't take that away from you. An award, they can change the name of it whenever they feel like it. They
Well, let's
change a
say
whole
they
bunch of
don't
it.
change the name of the
Ever.
shoe or the award. Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, they both exist in perpetuity. What would you rather have?
I don't think anybody would buy the shoe, so I want the award.
Yeah.
Okay, Jorge, how about you?
Yeah, I want the shoe. I'm with Bergman on this one. I want the
Wait,
shoe.
he picked the
I
award.
switched.
Oh, no, I
switched.
want the shoe.
I
I want the shoe.
I
Mace?
want to.
There's a lot of shoe heads.
The
They-
Venice
they-
Mace
they
shoe.
can
Be
resell it.
like Mace. That's what I said.
Okay, you
I
guys
am
are-
known for my.
No, you guys are missing the point. Greg
Okay.
has the right answer.
Really?
You want the award because shoe has a shelf life. Like Gary Payton had his own shoe.
Jordan still has the shoe.
Jordan's the one exception.
Oh, I see.
Stephon
So
Marbury had his own shoe.
You're
Correct.
right. The award lasts forever.
Yeah, the award.
A lot of money, 82, 83, 84 back then. Like 50,000 is a lot of money now.
Hey,
right?
it's a lot of money
Yeah,
now.
I know.
Yeah,
What
it's
a
still-
what
yeah.
is elitist, right?
Yeah.
What a 1%er to say something like that.
Yeah.
So I'll make 50,000 a year from Nike. All the equipment. Our attention and resources into him.
Yeah.
We'll keep a couple of guys like the Iceman, people like that who was George the Hall of Famer. So they kept Moses Malone. They kept around, of course. But for the rest of us fringe guys who were making 50,000 a year, like 30, 40 of us, they decided we let those guys. Nobody cares about Michael Thompson. Let him go. So let's go bet on the other Michael.
Right.
And that. me why you think I'm wrong.
You can't play scared.
Exactly.
You can't be, we don't want to win tonight because we want to avoid that team.
No, I'm
Ooh,
not.
we
I'm
wanna
not trying to
lose
avoid
tonight.
anybody.
No,
My
no.
point is, I'll play anybody,
That's part of
but I
being
want
scared.
LeBron and AD.
They can get hurt the next game.
Right.
What's the point
You
of
can
that?
get hurt in any
You
game.
can get hurt any time.
Michael.
Come on, Ireland. You can't play scared like that. What?
Michael,
put
why
on bubble
didn't-
wrap tonight then? Huh?
Okay.
How about that?
All right. Why didn't Clay play last night?
You had a sore back.
All right. So what
That's
if?
different. These guys ain't hurt.
What are you talking about? AD went 42 minutes last night. They're all hurt this time of year.
42 minutes.
If
How did
Clay
he
can
survive?
sit, why can't AD
Because
sit?
Clay had a legitimate sore back. He couldn't play. AD ain't hurt.
If Clay,
Ooh,
They
if-
just played 42
Ooh,
minutes. He's
played
fine.
40. How can he get out of bed this morning? The
Yeah,
poor
but you know
guy.
the medical staff is
Come
going to go to him
on.
and they're going to say,
Ireland, you talk about you were tired. Yes, I was. We're not superhuman like those guys.
well,
They're
we're
different from
also
us.
we're also not as young as they
Exactly. So
Yeah.
we're tired. They ain't tired. They're
Hey,
superhumans.
let me say this.
Oh, come
I
on.
hope you're
They're
right.
babying these guys.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
Mikal Bridges plays every game. How come he doesn't?
Because he's AC Green.
You talk about nobody has Kobe Bryant's mentality. You know who has Kobe Bryant's mentality? Anthony Edwards. He says, I want to play every game. I like that kid
But
up
he-
in Minnesota.
he hasn't played every
He
game
does
this
play.
year.
He doesn't sit out. He doesn't take load management.
Well, he does do load management, but he's missed
But
games this year. He
Kobe's
sprained
got
an
hurt.
ankle 3 weeks ago.
Kobe's missed because of injury. I'm talking about his mentality is, if I'm healthy, I'm playing.
Yes.
How come everybody don't think that way?
Now,
I
it's
wish they did.
interesting. They just made this alteration in the collective bargaining
Hold on.
agreement. Yeah.
Pepe Mantilla has weighed in.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
The Frankenstein shoe in honor of Michael Thompson.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
What is wrong with my Hokas?
There
These
you
are
go.
comfortable.
No, by the way, I'm wearing Hokas too now.
They- see?
Oh my
Hokas
God.
are actually really good. That's like, is that the new big thing?
Yeah, well, I don't know this big thing, but they're really comfortable.
Oh,
and I
they're
feel like
very
you're walking on a
comfortable,
cloud.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you know what I would like named after me? More than a shoe, more than an award, an airport.
Why an airport?
Oh.
Because I think that your name would be like in the vernacular
John
for
Ireland
everything. Where are you
International
flying out
Airport.
of? I'm flying out of John Ireland.
Yeah,
Like in
that's
Orange
true.
County,
I
the
would-
airport's named after John Wayne.
Yes.
Knowing that you're such a Vanderpump Rules this, and
Yeah.
I think you'd like to have a John Ireland reality show.
Yeah,
named
John
Well,
after
Ireland
you.
I
reality
could.
show?
Well, why can't I have both?
John Ireland restaurant?
Well,
Yeah.
once I get the reality show, I just do what Lisa Vanderpump did and open a bunch of
Open a bunch of
restaurants, and then start
restaurants.
another show with all the hot servers I would hire.
Exactly.
There should be a
you
Steve
mean hire
Mason-
service based on their looks?
There should be a Steve Mason cannabis strain.
Oh, there should be a Mason cannabis strain.
Yeah,
Yes,
that would-
Mason
that would-
cannabis strain.
Mace
The Mace plant.
Oh, that's good.
so good.
Man.
Mace plant
Jorge.
is a
There you go.
great
Oh,
idea.
I'm good at this stuff.
Hey, you growers, listen to me. The Mace plant is a great cannabis strain.
Michael, I think the
It's
Lakers.
like the Camus.
What would be the logo? You face first, or face down on your face?
You know what? That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Although I'll tell you what, that was a very hard foul from
Oh, yeah.
Corey Maggette. You saw him foul me, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. That was
Yeah.
a flagrant.
you
Yeah, it
fell
was
like
flagrant. It was a
30
flagrant-
seconds
flagrant
later.
Two. It was a flagrant two.
He was on a delay.
Yeah, it was a delay, really. Michael, I feel so good about the Lakers right now that I literally would pick them in the first round to beat anybody.
So why you want them to avoid Phoenix?
I don't care if they avoid Phoenix. What I want is LeBron and AD healthy at all costs. So if either one of them was even sore, I'd tell them take
Yeah,
the
but
night
wait a minute.
off.
What if they get hurt Friday? What if they get hurt
Yeah.
Sunday?
Well,
What if
yeah,
you
exactly.
can get hurt
Friday,
any night.
then they had a day to rest.
Yeah, but John, again, this is one of those things where you come down to it. This is a way to guarantee yourself a playoff spot. What they've been
Oh,
looking
they're
for
gonna
all
get a
year
playoff
long.
spot.
You think they're going to be
I think they're in no matter what.
a play-off spot, not a play-in spot, a play-off spot?
I think if they have to go through the play-in, they'll win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to play with that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't want to play because one game and one off night.
That's right.
Well, look
One
at,
off
look
night.
at Utah last night. They benched all their best guys. They almost won anyway.
Correct.
We could
Exactly.
win without
Let
them.
that be a warning.
Well, we can win without them.
Never take nothing for granted this time of year. all right?
Well, let's see what
Even
happens.
your
They're both
purpose-
listed as questionable. So I think they'll probably, Michael, I think they'll probably both warm up
They're
and see
playing.
how they
They're
feel
playing.
and go.
You can't. The games, playoff position, seeding on the line. You can't sit out. Come on, guys.
By the way,
Playing basketball ain't that
did you see
hard.
the video of the $100 I took from Michael on Saturday
No,
night?
what was it for?
So we stayed in this super fancy hotel,
Right.
and they have a restaurant
that's right.
around a pool.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
And I looked at Michael and I go, "How much if I jump into that pool
You were fully dressed.
fully clothed from
Yeah.
dinner? We're walking back
Right.
from dinner. We
Shoes
just
and
eaten at
everything.
Mastro's." He goes, "If you don't take anything off, if you leave your dress shirt on, your shoes,
Yep.
you can take your phone and your wallet out. That's it, and you dive in.
Yep.
I'll give you $100." And so before he could take it back, I dove in the pool.
Wow.
And then the manager got mad.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
really?
he was like,
Oh,
the
yeah.
pool is
Yeah,
closed.
that guy.
And I'm like, yeah, he offered me $100 to jump in. Wouldn't you have done it?
Yeah.
And he goes, that's a good point. All
Yeah.
right.
He'll do most anything for $100.
I
won't
know,
he?
man. I found that out. It's
Except show up at our pickleball tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was only that was to preserve my marriage.
Yes, I
It was
understand
Lisa's
that.
birthday.
I
But Lisa's a
understand
pickleball fan. She
She
should have
is.
understood that.
Yeah, well, she would have played
Why
in
didn't
it
she
if
play?
it wasn't her birthday.
Big deal. You can do both.
Now, can
Play
I
in the
get
morning
into the
and
fancy private club to play with Lisa?
100%. Whenever
See,
you want.
I would love to do that.
By
I'd
the way,
love to play
pickle-
with
Pick
Lisa.
a time.
pickleball-
She's there right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That pickleball slam was fun to
Pickleball.
watch.
Oh, was it good? I didn't
You didn't see it? Oh,
It
no,
did-
it did.
it did
McEnroe
great
and
ratings.
Chang and
Roddick and,
Agassi and Roddick.
yeah, that was-
I guess
that was fun.
Lisa watched it. She said Roddick was the best one.
They were all good, but now they got to do it with the girls. The 4 girls, they should do it with the Serena Venus, Steffi, and maybe Monica or Maria Sharapova.
Oh, yeah, that would get eyeballs.
Because Sharapova and Serena don't like each other.
Yeah.
That'd be
Well,
great.
nobody likes Sharapova. She's mean.
Good
But-
good Sharapova story. Coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The home.
Is Masters Week, and Al and I are giving you a chance to win the ultimate golf and spa luxury experience to Pacific Palms Resort. Here's how you can win. Caller number 7 wins a $50 gift card to Red Restaurant and qualifies for the grand prize, which is a 2-night stay at Pacific Palms Resort, 2 rounds of golf, 2 spa treatments, and dinner at the Red Restaurant. That's at Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort. Book your next getaway at PacificPalmsResort.com. 877-710-ESPN.
A win tonight over the Clippers, little brother. We control our own playoff destiny, Jack. The Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off begins at 5:30 p.m. with Sliwa. Then John Ireland, Michael Thompson have your play-by-play starting at 7. Lakers, Clippers from Crypto.com. Keep checking back all afternoon. We're all over it. Your flagship radio station of the Lakers on the push to the playoffs. 710 ESPN right now. More of Mason and Ireland for a Wednesday.
See, movie score, National Film Score.
Now, this is the one I thought of.
Yeah.
Chariots of Fire is almost more famous for the score than it is for
All
the
those
movie.
guys running on
the beach.
Yeah, Vangelis.
Won
wrote
Best
this thing.
Picture, didn't it?
One Best Picture. It beat Reds and.
You
on
like
Golden
track?
Pond
You like that
year.
movie?
No, man, seeing those old slow guys running on the beach, big deal. What is that?
If they did a movie about sprinters,
Yeah,
you'd be
they did
into
something
it.
about Usain Bolt, and I'll
You know,
watch
it's
that.
about the first Jewish guy to win the 100 meters
I'm
at
just
the
kidding.
Olympics.
I'm just kidding. I like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
No, it's good.
I
It's
love
good.
that
You've
historic
never
stuff.
seen it?
Seen parts of it, but yeah, it was a good
It's
movie.
a really good picture.
Well,
Oh,
first of all,
Maria
tell your Maria
Sharapova.
Sharapova story,
Well,
and then I
it's
got a
your
question
Maria
for you.
Sharapova story.
So we were on the red carpet working the ESPYs one year, and Maria came by. and she was great. She would give it as good as she gets it.
Wait a minute. Do you think our audience knows who Maria Sharapova is?
Oh, come on. Maria Sharapova?
I think most of them do.
Yeah, you better explain who she is.
Okay, she is a Russian tennis player who is super attractive.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
retired.
Once dated Sasha Vujacic.
Once was engaged,
engaged.
to Sasha.
Is she the one married to Enrique Iglesias? No.
She's not married.
No, that's
though.
Anna Kournikova.
Anna Kournikova.
But also Russian and also very attractive. But Maria was talking to Mason and I said, hey, Maria, do you own a house? And I mentioned the development where my house is because I've heard that you do, and I own a house in there. She goes, I do. I love it. And I go, oh, that's awesome. My property value just went up. And she, without missing a beat, goes, and mine just went down.
Such a good
And I
line.
thought, you don't realize how well you just won yourself over
Yeah,
with us.
She was great. She
Yeah.
was great. By the way, live the day today, 4-pack of tickets to the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, which is next Friday. It is Southern California's 200-mile-an-hour beach party. If you've never seen it, you got to see it. It is unbelievable live.
All right,
in
so-
Ireland, it's your lie today. I'm
Okay.
assuming you haven't lied yet.
No, I have not. Okay, so we have a national epidemic
Okay.
that we need to solve.
All right. All right.
And I used to think it just was in the NBA, but it's all over. Michael, at what point did referees, officials, umpires decide that these games are about them?
Yep.
I was so looking forward to that women's national championship game, and I've never said that. I mean, this year it just, I mean, Caitlin Clark was great.
Because
blah,
of her.
blah. So they get to the championship game, and they start calling fouls on everything. Like, you couldn't play 30 seconds without a foul. Then in college, if you get a technical, it also counts as a personal. They give Caitlin Clark a technical for flipping the ball at the referee without any malice at all. She just took it and threw it backwards.
On the baseline. No referee was around.
All right, and you and I have seen 3 instances this year where an NBA player has been ejected, not given a technical, ejected for doing nothing.
Yeah.
Basically,
Mumbling under his breath, really.
Mace, what in the world is going on here?
Well, it happened today. Bergman and I were looking at it. It happened today with
Tim Anderson.
Tim Anderson of the White Sox.
Who is high energy, like super.
Who started John with an umpire, and he got jacked right away.
Well, did you see the JT Realmuto thing last week?
The weird thing in the exhibition game where JT Realmuto
In an exhibition game.
reached back, and the guy was
For the umpire for a new ball.
and he wasn't doing it, and sometimes the umpire throws the ball directly back to the pitcher. JT Realmuto pulls his glove, umpire drops the ball on the ground, umpire jacks JT Realmuto.
Yeah, when did this change? Because it seems to me that it's been within the last year that umpires are it's like, Michael, they have it in their head, you can't show me up.
Right. Yep.
And no one cares if you get shown up.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's
You're
because,
there to manage the game.
So
Because-
what if you're MF and the ump or the ref?
So what?
ref?
So what?
All right, well, no, I have a
MF him back.
theory on
Give
this.
him a warning. Give him a warning. MF him back.
Exactly.
Like they used to do with us back in the 70s and 80s when I came into the league, when players used to say that stuff. And I was shocked. I was a fresh boy out of college, and I heard some players go, you can't call that MF call. What kind of MF call is that?
Right.
And then I'm going to say, shut the bleep up or else, whatever.
Mace, there was a game 2 weeks ago where Terrence Mann of the Clippers,
Right.
Kawhi goes in to shoot a layup.
Okay.
And I think this was against Oklahoma City. Might have been against New Orleans. I can't remember. Kawhi goes in to shoot a layup, and he clearly gets hit on the arm.
Right.
But he makes the layup, and he runs back down the court, and Kawhi turns around. And, Kawhi doesn't talk.
Right.
So he turns around, and he just shakes his head at the referee. Like, come on, man. Guy hit me on the arm. Just shakes his head and runs out. Referee tees up Kawhi. Okay.
I was just going there.
All right. So referee tees up Kawhi.
Yeah.
And Terrence Mann's behind Kawhi.
Right.
And he turns around and he goes, you can't give him a technical. He doesn't effing talk. And the ref, because he used the F word, gave him 2 technicals and threw Terrence Mann out.
Yeah.
Because he said, you can't give him a T. He doesn't effing talk.
We got to lighten up on the F. I'm with Michael.
Yeah.
We got to lighten up on the F word.
Okay.
I use it a lot.
Yeah.
Michael, you don't use it,
I
but
don't
you're
use it,
okay with
but
it.
I-
Ireland,
yeah.
you don't really use
No,
it,
but
but you're
wait,
okay
and
with
to
it.
Michael's point, what would have been wrong with that official at that moment going, Terrence, don't use the F word around me. It's disrespectful. You do it again, I'm going to tee you up.
Right.
Instead, not only does he not warn him, Michael, he gave him 2 technicals
Yeah.
and threw him
I
out.
blame the commissioners.
Scotty Barnes got thrown out of a game, the reigning NBA Rookie of the Year. got thrown out of a game in Denver this year with 30 seconds left in a 1-point game.
Right.
Scott Foster throws him out. Scotty Barnes has never even had a technical in his career.
Right.
And he throws him out because he disrespected the officials. Nobody cares if you get disrespected.
I blame the commissioners. Adam Silver, Rob Manfred of Major League Baseball, Roger Goodell. They got to understand that, especially if you're a fan that's sitting in the Dodger Stadium maze, tell me you don't get a kick out of seeing a player or a manager come out and get right in the face of
Yeah, you know what hardly ever happens anymore.
I know.
Because
It's
you
fun.
go to the replay instead of going and John with the umpire.
Yeah,
but
like
back
when
in the
Earl-
day,
yeah,
guys
Earl
like
Weaver.
Oh, you
Earl
got hey,
Weaver and-
Greg, look, see if you can find this. Earl Weaver ejected
jeez.
in the first inning. You're going to have to bleep it.
Well,
but Earl Weaver, there
Yeah,
was
just bleep it on the spot.
no
Right now.
Earl Weaver the day before
Right.
had been ejected by the home plate umpire for arguing balls and strikes. So the next day, there's a close play. In the first inning, there's a close play at first base. And he comes out of the dugout and walks right up to the umpire, goes, "You're here just to F us." And the umpire goes, "Really, Earl?" He goes, "That's what you think." He goes, "You're here to F us." All right, but is it bleeped?
Yes, it is bleeped.
bleeped.
I
It's
checked it
pre-bleeped.
first.
All right, listen to this. I mean, that's
great.
great. Like
That's great.
Michael's reference, there's all these old. You can find them on the internet. When in Michael's day, if you said to the ref, "That's an effing foul," the ref would go, "Shut up and play, you big baby."
Right.
Yeah.
Why can't we have that? Nobody at that game wants to see players get ejected.
Right.
Yeah.
I work for the Lakers. I don't want to see any Clippers get ejected tonight
Right.
for arguing calls. It's
Yeah.
not what I'm. It's not why anybody's there.
Commissioners got to address the officials and say, "Listen, guys, stop being so thin-skinned and stop calling all these technical fouls." That Adam Silver and Manfred, they won't reprimand the officials publicly and say, "This enough's enough."
Okay. Speaking of the F word, you actually put this on your
Yeah.
page today.
I love this story.
The F word is used all the time on Succession.
Yeah, mostly by Brian Cox, but all the kids use it too.
Yes, they all use it. And the argument is, does Succession use the F word better than any show in history?
I would argue yes, with the possible exception of, and we can't play this.
No, The Wire.
The Wire has a scene of an opening. Just type in F word scene The Wire onto
It's
YouTube.
unbelievable.
And all it is, it's Bunk and McNulty at a crime scene.
F.
And all they do
F.
for 2-3 minutes
F?
is use the F word when they're putting together a crime scene. Like they walk up and look at the
F.
angle of a bullet and they go, F.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, and he measures it with like a tape measure. He goes, F and F.
Yeah.
And it's like 15 different uses of the F word.
That's the only show
That's
I think
the
that
best
matches.
use of the F word I've ever seen.
But-
But Succession is very
But
close.
Logan Roy is all over it.
Yeah.
All over it. Do you watch
You don't watch
Succession,
Succession,
Michael?
do you?
I see it on my guide, but I never switch onto it or latch onto it.
You should latch onto it, as they say.
Yeah, latch onto it.
As no one said.
Yeah, but the F word, I mean, we say it in our everyday language. We hear it at home. Kids say it in high school. The N word, of course, a lot of them can't say that, but a lot of black kids say
that's
that.
different. That's different.
I don't know why.
Well, it's different
horrible
than the
to say.
F word.
Why? I don't know why black kids
I
still
would
use that.
I use the F word. I would never use it.
Yeah, I know you would.
Well,
but
you
I'm talking
can't.
about black people.
But
using
yeah,
that N-word.
Michael
I just
could
don't
if
know
he
why we
wanted
don't do
to.
that. I would never do it. I just think it's ignorant to say it, even though a lot of black people don't have a problem with it, but saying to each other. But yeah, the way this cursing, I mean, people probably say it in confessionals. What's the big deal?
I don't think confessionals.
Maybe
I
not,
mean,
or maybe not to the priest.
as a Catholic growing up,
Yeah.
I never
But you hear it
swore
in
in the
everyday
confessional.
language, sitting right having a lunch with your friends, girls, guys, everybody
F
uses
and
it.
this,
Yeah,
F and that,
come
F
on.
and F and F and
Jeez.
F.
Yeah, Succession's very good at it.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
It's-
It's
it's
tonight, Wednesday night's the night that Ted Lasso drops, right?
Yeah, Ted
It does drop tonight. You can actually watch it Tuesday night.
Yeah. So I can watch it tonight when I
I'm
get home from the
one
game.
behind. I'm right where they got Zava. I haven't seen anything past where they got
Have you
Zava.
seen Zava play yet?
No, have not seen Zava
Okay,
play
that's
yet.
the next one, and
Yeah.
it's good.
No, I'm excited about that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
keep both these theme songs now at the ready.
Yeah, they're probably the best two shows on TV, and neither one of them on a network. One of them on Apple, one of them on HBO Max.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let me see here. Oh, coming up, Anita Marks is going to join us.
Oh, and Michael, you can play this too. We're all going to take a golfer to win the Masters. Okay, and we'll let Anita help us kind of determine.
Sort it
Who's
out.
Anita?
Yeah.
What does she
Anita
do?
Marks is
She's our gambling guru.
She is. You see her on the Daily Wager and all
No, I
these
don't.
shows. Oh, well, Mike.
I don't gamble.
Oh, come on, Mike. No,
Except-
you don't gamble.
Except with me for $1.
Yeah,
we have a series
Oh,
of
except $100 jump in the pool.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
well,
Michael's type of
that is
gambling.
a wager you like.
That's my limit.
Yeah. So we'll each pick. What do you say? Each pick one.
Yeah, let's
sure
take
thing
one guy
and one wild card.
Okay.
One long shot.
Okay.
And we'll get some thoughts from Anita. She mentioned a golfer last week. I have no idea who it even is. Her long shot. It was like Louis
What was his
Tweeden
name?
or something. Louis Tweeden.
Never
Is
heard.
that somebody?
Louis Oosthuizen?
Maybe Louis Oosthuizen.
He's
Sounds
a good
right.
player. He's won it before.
Has he?
Yeah, he's got a green
Louis
jacket.
Louis
Or maybe
Tweeden.
he's got a British show. He's won a major. I don't know if he's won the
This
Masters.
is the only golf tournament I actually will watch.
Really?
Yeah, I like it because I love the tradition.
Michael and I are. We can't watch it the final on Sunday.
Why not?
The Lakers tip at 12:30.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
we have a TV?
Well, I wasn't going to say.
See, I love.
we
love
put it
the,
on the Klay Thompson Warriors TV.
Exactly.
I love mocking the Masters because they're
Why?
so self-serious. Oh,
Yeah,
it's like
I know.
Dogwood Lane and Magnolia
Yeah, yeah.
Boulevard
Yeah.
and. You
Now,
go
somebody
to
asked me, do you
Kathy's
think that
cabin at
do you
the
think
end.
these bird noises? Do you think they add to them, or do you think it's actual gnat sound?
Come on,
They got to be adding to it, right?
they're adding
yeah.
to it. 100%.
Artificially
they're adding to it.
enhanced.
Yes. All right, Anita Marks joining us next. We'll get her thoughts on the Masters and tonight's Lakers-Clippers game. Mason, Ireland, 7:10.
Is Masters Week, and Al and I are giving you a chance to win the ultimate golf and spa luxury experience to Pacific Palms Resort. Here's how you can win. Caller number 7 wins a $50 gift card to Red Restaurant and qualifies for the grand prize, which is a 2-night stay at Pacific Palms Resort, 2 rounds of golf, 2 spa treatments, and dinner at the Red Restaurant. That's at Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort. Book your next getaway at PacificPalmsResort.com. 877-710-ESPN.
scores of all time.
Well, is this from a specific James Bond movie or
like
any
this.
of them?
This is the overall theme that they use in every James Bond
Because what they do is
movie.
they hire a famous person to do an original song for
Correct.
all the opens.
Correct.
You know, and they've had recently they've used Adele and Sam Smith and
Yes.
some. You know,
This is the actual James Bond theme written by Monty Norman. Yesterday was National Film Score Day, so we're playing scores today. Is Anita ready? Anita, I just put in my ad count. Tomorrow night, Anita is on here on 710 ESPN. Anita, what's going on?
It's Masters Week. That's what's going on.
Yes.
So
Tiger,
now
Tiger
you're a
Woods,
big
y'all.
you're a big gambler, Anita. Michael Thompson,
No.
who's with us today, and I have a bet. It's $1, big money, Anita. We always bet $1 whenever we disagree on anything. Michael is convinced Tiger will not make the cut. I'm convinced he will because he always makes the cut. Who's on the right side of that bet, in your opinion?
Yeah, he's made the cut 23 out of 24 times that he's teed up here. The only time he missed the cut was in 1996. Yeah. Listen, he's gonna make the cut, guys. Nobody knows. Here's when doing the deep dive in regard to analytics and what these dudes need in their bag in order to win at Augusta. One of the most important things is course knowledge, and nobody knows this course as well as Tiger Woods. Okay, he knows exactly where he needs to aim the ball on the greens and what exactly that ball is going to do once it reaches there. Nobody knows Augusta as well as he does. So, do I have Tiger making the cut? Absolutely. Now, what happens on Saturday and Sunday when weather conditions become horrible, right? Torrential downpour,
is that what it's going to be? It's going to be a hard rain on Sunday?
So it's interesting. There's a few reports out there. There's some reports out there that the rain is going to get bad on Friday afternoon, which means the dudes that have the late Friday afternoon tee times, they're going to be in some big trouble. And there's some big names: Schauffele, Justin Thomas, guys that I actually have doing extremely well, who could run into that. But then there's some other reports out there that rain is not going to start until late on Friday night, and therefore the top 50 make the cut, and now everybody's gonna like it's supposed to. Saturday is supposed to be the worst day, and everybody's gonna have to really deal with that. So so there's just mixed reports out there in regards to the weather conditions. More importantly than the rain, it's the temperatures, and so when temperatures get low, Tiger gets tight. And so, does he finish in the top 40, top 30? I don't know. But does he make the cut? Heck yeah, he's going to make the cut. So
What say you, Michael
is
Thompson?
on him making the cut. He's going to make the cut.
I don't think so, because his body can't hold up anymore, man. The guy walks, his leg is so messed up after 18, 30 holes or something. It just looks like his body's just wearing out even after 30 holes.
Well, again, that's why I'm with you on Saturday and Sunday, right? But Thursday and Friday, here's another thing. Tiger is looking to make the cut for the 23rd time. If he does that, he will tie both Gary Player and Fred Couples. And we know he's such a historian. His main goal in life was to outdo Jack to win the most majors. We know that's not going to happen. I think he's trying to do as much as he can in regard to the records that are out there on the PGA Tour, and this would be a big one for him to make his 23rd cut.
How many people actually wager on golf, like compared to other stuff?
I think people wager more on the majors because we're talking about it. I'm on Daily Wager in about 45 minutes. Shameless plug, not so shameless, ESPN 2. And we're leading with the weather at the Masters.
Right, because everybody's going to watch it. Yeah.
The NBA slate tonight. We're getting close to hockey playoff. That's what we're leading with. So, I would imagine, because it's such a hot topic and it's a major, and the live players now in the same clubhouse.
Live
as
versus
the
PGA.
Right. So, I think because it's so front and center, I think a lot of people wager on golf, but not as much as the NCAA tournament, not as much as March Madness, not as much as the NFL. But I do believe that more people gamble on the majors than any other regular tournament.
Who is the hottest golfer coming into the tournament, and does that matter at the Masters?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's Scottie Scheffler, guys. I know I'm not breaking news here. Dude's just been crushing it. He's unbelievable, and I would even go so far to say that Scottie Scheffler this season is playing as good of golf as Tiger was in his heyday and in his prime. That's how
Okay,
good.
but Anita,
Scottie Scheffler
if it comes
is
down,
playing golf.
if it comes down to final group on Sunday, and it's Scotty Scheffler and John Rahm, and they're tied. Who would you bet on?
Scotty Scheffler.
Rahm has been
Yeah.
just as good as Scheffler, don't you think?
He has. My thing with Rahm is driving accuracy. A lot of times he grips it and rips it, and all of a sudden, all you hear is 4!
Right. Yeah.
4, watch out, and then is he a good scrambler? Yeah, but that's his putter, his flat stick has been good this season, but the one thing that that just doesn't sit well with me is his driving accuracy off the tee, and I think that might catch up to him.
Anita,
this weekend.
on the bus the other day, John Ireland, myself, and Bill McDonald, who is an avid golfer, addicted golfer like Ireland, were arguing about which major is the most important to win and which major most golfers would want to win. And you could put yourself in this too. If you were a man and you were on the tour, I said the most important major, I think, for the guys to win is the Masters. Ireland thinks it's the British Open. Billy McDonald thinks it's the Masters too. What do you say?
Yeah, I think it's the Masters, hands down. I mean,
and for you, it would be that too.
Yeah, this is it, man. This is it.
Well, there's there's a women's Masters now. There's a
yes, there is.
So they play.
Yep.
Okay, so
and the women were in your neck of the woods this past weekend. LPGA was in LA.
Right, and some of those golfers are. I mean, those LPGA golfers are insane. I mean, are just dialed in like they just don't make any mistakes.
You know why I like watching LPGA golf? Because they play like the majority. So by the way, I'm an avid golfer.
Yes.
Right. But I play with men because I like to gamble. I don't play as well if I'm not gambling when I'm golfing, and majority of women don't like to gamble. So I really don't play a lot of golf with women. I play a lot of golf with men. And I tend to find that when I'm watching the LPGA players play, like I'm watching them reach in their bag and they're 150 out, they're 175 out. They're reaching for the clubs of like a lot of the dudes I play with, right? Like their distance. So for a lot of guys out there who are like, oh, I'm not going to watch ladies golf. Well, you know what? You should, because their game is very similar to yours in regard to distance, and it's really interesting to see how their thought process and how they approach a hole.
Anita, let me ask you a question. I hope this doesn't offend you, because as a woman,
No.
but when it comes to the LPGA, I love the LPGA. I watch it all the time too. But you know who Paige Spiranac is, right? Golf influencer. If she's a good golfer, if she was good enough to be an LPGA player, what kind of impact would she have on the league, on the tour?
So in other words, she would be like an Anna Kournikova,
Right.
Anita. She would be somebody who
would
be on the cover of magazines.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And by the way, Anna Kournikova made the most money, made more money than Steffi Graf, okay? Made more money than, I wouldn't say Serena, but
Monica Seles, most of the women of that era, because she had so many endorsements.
Never won a singles tournament. Never won a singles tournament.
Right.
How about that?
Man,
and why? Because
she
she was gorgeous and sexy and wonderful. And
well,
listen,
Mace, you know how this relates to poker, because you and I like to play poker.
No.
If you get ace king, AK, that's Anna Kournikova. Looks great, never wins.
Yeah.
All right, so Anita, what we're going to do here is we're all going to pick like a person we think is going to win and a long shot.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
and then you can tell us what you think of the picks. Bergman, you got two?
I do have
Who's
two.
your person that's going to win?
The person that's going to win is going to be Rory McIlroy.
And then who's your long shot?
It's not really a long shot, but I'm going to go Max Homa.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's
Anita,
good.
what do you think?
I like Max Homa over Rory, to be quite frank. Listen, I think there's just so much pressure on Rory, and a lot of people are rooting for him because he wants to complete that Grand Slam, right? I just think it's a lot of pressure on him. I think, and Rory has been playing great. Look, if you watched him in the Dell match play the other day, 2 weeks ago, obviously he beat Scotty Scheffler in that playoff. So his game is on point.
That was the third place match, right, Anita?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That was for third place.
Yeah.
So I think that there's something about Augusta that just doesn't fit his game. And I think it's just he puts so much pressure on him because he wants to complete that Grand Slam. But I do like Max Homa a lot. I like your Max Homa play more than I like your Rory play, Greg.
Okay. I'll go because I'm not taking one of the favorites. I'm not
Okay.
taking Scheffler. I'm not taking Rahm.
Okay.
I, Anita, am taking Justin Thomas to win it because he's never won there, and I think he's due. And then my backup is Shane Lowry, and I'm just picking him because he's from Ireland. What do you think of those two?
So Justin Thomas is my pick to win.
Really?
So so obviously I've got him at 20-1. I'm going to play him always. What does that mean? Top 5, top 10, top 20. When you get into 30 and 40, you're not getting good odds. He's made 7 straight cuts here at Augusta. His worst finish was at 21. He's in really good form. 2 of the tournaments that I do look at in analogy in regard to, like, if a guy plays well on this course, he plays well at Augusta. That's Riviera and Kapalua, and he leads the tour in strokes gained around the green this season. I'm with you. I like Justin Thomas a lot. In regard to Shane Lowry, again, because of the weather conditions, if Shane makes it, if he makes the cut, which I think he can, and he makes it into Saturday and Sunday, I think he could, and if the weather conditions are supposed to be as bad as what they're reporting, I think he can make some noise. He's one of the best players in bad weather.
All right, Michael,
Anita,
2 golfers.
Anita, if he's there, I'm going to pick one. If he's there, I hope he qualified for the Masters. He's had a pretty good year, so I hope he's there. And if he is at the Masters, I am picking Michael Thompson to win.
I don't think he is. I don't think he qualified.
He might be. Is he in the field, Anita?
I don't
think he is. I think you got to. Yeah, but
I love it when I hear his name on top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, New Zealand, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
so, yeah.
Mace, who you got?
I'm going to use a little onomatopoeia here. You know what onomatopoeia is?
No. What?
Words that sound kind of alike.
Yeah, I know it's an alliteration.
So I'm going to go Scheffler and Schauffele. Scheffler and Schauffele.
Ooh, that's not a bad team there, Anita. What do you think?
No, not at all. I mean, Scotty Scheffler, like I said, he's playing the best golf this season. He's the favorite to win. I want to say 7-1, 5-1, something like that. His game has been ridiculous. And what I love about him, there's no ups and downs, right? It's like he eagles a hole, he's ho-hum. He bogeys a hole, he's ho-hum. He's kind of like Eli Manning, right? And I think that's really important in this type of environment when you're talking about the biggest and the best major of the season. In regard to Schauffele, he's my second favorite. I've got Schauffele finishing in the top 5 and top 10. He had a second place finish here back in 2019 when Tiger won. He was chasing down Decky the year that Decky won. He finished 3rd. And here's let me leave you with this, okay? He leads the tour in proximity from 150 to 175 yards out. This is a second shot golf course. And if you're watching this week and this weekend, make sure you're watching whatever on digital, whatever ESPN Plus, hole number 13. It's the Azalea hole.
The par 5.
It's the par 5. It's been extended 35 yards. This is where a lot of guys say that the green jacket is won or lost. And
because
so
if you go for it in 2, the whole front of that green has a creek. So if you don't nut it, then
you're right. Yeah. So guys who are long off. Guys that are long off the tee, like, I'm definitely, another guy that you guys didn't mention is Tony Finau, but Schauffele, because he's so great with his long irons, he's going to have an advantage on 13, where he's going to be able to go for the green in 2, and then he'll be able to eagle putt. A lot of guys aren't going to do that this season with them extending it 35 yards. They're going to lay up, and then they're going to come in and they're going to try to putt for birdie as opposed to going for the green. There's only going to be a few select guys that are going to be going for the green on 13 and 2, and Schauffele's going to be one of them.
Jorge, you got 2. Who you going with?
Yeah, Will Zalatoris and Colin Morikawa.
What do you think? Zalatoris and Morikawa.
Yeah, so I love Colin Morikawa. He's
Nobody
one of
took
the best
Rahm.
ball strikers,
Wow.
if not ball striker on tour. And again, that's what's needed. He's got experience here. I think he does well. My only thing, I love Willie Zalatoris. I loved him his rookie season. I was the first one on him. I won so much money with him making cuts in his first season on tour. It was ridiculous. I was able to go out and buy a few pairs of shoes. But his back issue has been a thing, okay? And his game has just not been on point this season. I just haven't been thrilled with him. So I'm actually fading Willie Z. Listen, he's going to make the cut. But do I have him winning it? No, I feel more comfortable with Colin Morikawa winning this than I do Willie.
Okay, listen, wait a minute.
I got to ask a question.
No, fine.
Anita,
Go ahead.
Well, it's more about you, Anita. What is your handicap and what's the best part of your game?
So it's interesting. I'm born and raised in Miami, so I grew up playing golf year round, and I moved to the Northeast. I don't know, like 17 years ago. I lived in Baltimore for 4 years. I've been up here in New York for 13 years, and so it's seasonal golf. So we really can't start playing golf until mid to late April, and then I have to stop playing golf when football starts, just because I don't have time to play golf after that. But typically, we can play sometimes into like late October. So I'll start playing, like in mid-April. I'll start playing, and I'm probably about a 14 handicap But then when the season ends, I get down to like a 10, and I don't want to stop because now I'm playing so well.
Right.
And I'm winning
You gotta
money,
move. You gotta move
right?
back to Miami.
So it's different. It's different for us here in New York. You know what I mean?
That's
like
the best part of your
we're
game.
not blessed like you guys are in LA, where you can play year round. So I start as like a 14, I end as a 10. Which, by the way, guys, just a reminder, we started On the Tee with Anita Marks, our golf show, last Sunday. And if you watched, if you listened, I mean, I told you to take Corey Connors to win, and you could have gotten him at 7-1, and sure enough, it paid off. So another reason to listen to On the Tee this Sunday morning at 7 a.m.
Okay, so 7 a.m. Sunday, tomorrow night, 7 p.m., right? Oh, 8 p.m. Sorry about that, 8 p.m. All right. Hey, Anita, great talking to you as always. Enjoy the Masters.
Yeah, good luck this week, guys. Enjoy.
All right. Hey, so what do we get if we win? 25 grand mythical money?
25 grand mythical dollars.
Okay.
25 grand.
All right, 25 grand.
$100. Don't you guys bet real money?
Because
We don't have $100,000.
don't
Wouldn't
have
it be fun? Just have like
$25,000.
talking about like 25 cents, dollar here, dollar there. Wouldn't that be fun?
We're betting mythical money. Jorge's leading the way. All right, my buddy Jacob Bramrani is the talk of the town because he's doing that upside down TV spot.
Is Masters Week, and Al and I are giving you a chance to win the ultimate golf and spa luxury experience to Pacific Palms Resort. Here's how you can win. Caller number 7 wins a $50 gift card to Red Restaurant and qualifies for the grand prize, which is a 2-night stay at Pacific Palms Resort, 2 rounds of golf, 2 spa treatments, and dinner at the Red Restaurant. That's at Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort. Book your next getaway at PacificPalmsResort.com. 877-710-ESPN.
with you, but you know what?
Right.
How can I still get Mason and Ireland in my ear? Just download the all-new ESPNLA app. Search ESPNLA in your app store or Google Play. Download, tap, bam! You got Mason and Ireland in the palm of your hand. More importantly, in your ears, sucker. Get the all-new ESPNLA app today. Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on your Wednesday.
National Film Score Day. I don't know this one.
Yes, you do. Stop
you
it.
do. Yeah, you do.
Stop it.
Williams, right? It's
No,
John Williams. No, it's
John
not.
Wooden. No, it's not.
What's wrong with you?
Isn't it Jurassic Park?
Nope.
No.
Wow,
You
mate.
know this one, John?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Nope.
You guys are terrible.
Hold on.
Bad News Bears.
It's E.T.
Nope.
What is it?
What is
Back
wrong
to the
with you two?
Future.
Back to the Future.
Alan Silvestri.
Alan Silvestri.
Yeah, he's on Castaway. He's on Avengers, I think.
Good Alan Silvestri
No
shout
doubt.
out. Yeah. It's National Film Score Day, so we're playing Name That Score. By the way,
yesterday.
it was yesterday, but Morales wouldn't play along. Chat fight. All right, so I'm trying to chat fight as best I can on our YouTube channel. Why is nobody engaging me in a chat fight? Are they afraid? Are they
Yes.
soft? What?
Chat fight. Yes, they're afraid because you're the talent, so they're like, oh, we can't say anything mean to him. He's going to get upset.
I'm using
They're
all
afraid
caps.
to.
Oh, I see. Cardi Mace is because I'm wearing a cardigan. That's why it is Cardi Mace. Chat fight.
That's a good one.
God, those are soft.
Yeah, that's a real soft
Like,
one.
really, go after him. He's
Go
there
on,
to
come on.
fight with you.
I'm here
Fight
to fight
with him.
I'm here to fight.
Ridiculous.
All right. By the way, a lot of people, Michael Thompson, we don't need to know that much about Anita Marks.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people on the YouTube. We don't need to know that much about
I mean,
Anita.
she talks a good game of golf. I just want to know what kind
What's
of
the
golfer she
strength
is.
of her game? What's the weakness of her game?
Oh, come on. What's wrong with your listeners?
Okay, hey,
This is misogynist.
Michael, do
It's
you
not
know who?
misogynist.
Yes, it
Hey,
is.
No,
did
it's
you,
not.
did you put that Stephen A. Smith thing in there?
Yes.
Okay, so Michael, do you know who Megan the Stallion is?
Yeah, I know she is.
Okay.
Very fine performer, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. When they get together, it is a regular
Didn't they sing that WAP stuff?
walk.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So she
Unbelievable.
threw out
And a mom,
she
just
threw
like
out
Mike
the
was saying.
first pitch. Megan the Stallion
Yeah.
threw out the first pitch at an Astros game this week, and there's an infielder named David Hensley that caught her first pitch. And after he caught the pitch, he went out to give her the ball, and he went right hand low. Well, you know, Megan the Stallion has a very famous derriere.
Yeah, she's known for it. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
it's one of her
And
trademarks.
Stephen A. Smith
Derriere.
decided he wasn't having it. Here's my new favorite Stephen A. rant.
But the one thing I walked away from, and I forgot the guy's name, but he had his hand on her backside. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He did it quick. But he ain't supposed to be touching me. He ain't supposed to be touching me. If I was a man, I'd have had a problem. I'll tell you that right now. I'm just saying. I understand. But that was naughty. He shouldn't have done that. Keep your hands above the waist, around the middle of the back, for the upper guard. I think that's safe. The lower you go, the lower you see.
All right, Michael, what do you think? Lower you go, lower you seem. Is if I gave Megan the Stallion a love tap on her butt,
Yeah.
am I out of bounds?
Did she swap your hand away?
No.
Is she
No.
offended?
No.
Then if she don't mind, then that shouldn't be Stephen A. shouldn't mind.
Wouldn't
I wouldn't do it.
necessarily do it. No,
I wouldn't
I
do it.
don't
But
think
if
I would do it.
But if it doesn't offend her, Stephen A. shouldn't
But
be
it
offended.
reminds me of a famous story when I sang the national anthem at Dodger Stadium. The owners were Frank and Jamie McCourt, and after I sang,
Yeah,
they were both on the
there
field.
is no video evidence of this, by
She
the way.
patted me on the ass.
Were you offended?
No.
And then right after that, she left Frank.
Exactly right after that. Right after that.
I wouldn't do it, but if I wouldn't do it, but if maybe they know each other, maybe they were talking before. Who knows?
This just came up on the chat. I look like a sleepy high Brian Dutcher.
You kind of do.
Yeah, I grew up with Brian Dutcher.
Yeah.
Well, you know the
Sleepy and high.
connection between Brian Dutcher and Michael Thompson, don't you?
No, what is it?
You don't know?
No,
Don't you pay attention?
not much.
You didn't even watch the women's Final Four.
I
huh?
did not watch the women's Final Four.
That's
I was
unbelievable.
busy.
Everybody else was.
I don't have time for this.
Yeah,
stuff.
Caitlin Clark was worth the price of
Yeah.
admission. She was great.
I'm sure
By the way,
she's
did you guys
fantastic.
talk a lot about the trash talk while we were gone?
Oh, this thing, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
had
who
I had no
cares?
issue with it. Did you?
Yeah, it was classless. It
No,
was
she
too-
did it.
No.
Caitlin.
It's
Caitlin
okay.
did
I don't
it,
mind if
so
you do it.
it's-
I don't mind if you do it quick. But when you follow your opponent, opponent around, and the game is that's classless. If Clay would have done that, and Clay kind of said something classless, and I didn't like what he said after they won a championship. That bothered me after they won it towards another NBA player. I said, no, you don't do that. But to follow your opponent around and taunt him, you don't do that.
What's good for Caitlin is good for Angel. Do I have those names right? I think I do.
Yeah.
What's good
Those
for
were right,
Caitlin
yeah.
is good for
it's
Caitlin
different.
did it.
It's a
Why
difference.
should
So,
Angel's do it?
Michael, what is
It's
the difference between Angel Reese walking up to Caitlin Clark and pointing to her ring finger,
Did it for like 30 seconds. That's
and
taunting.
Damian Lillard every time he hits a big shot doing Dame time?
He's doing it as he's walking away. I don't mind that.
I
Or
think-
ice in my veins.
I
don't
think
mind
they're
that.
being criticized because
Or
they're
too
girls.
short.
No, it's not. It's
Too
taunting.
short
If it-
thing. The too
Nope.
short thing.
I like trash talking, but and I like to see trash talking, but when it turns to taunting, then that's going a little too far.
Does it matter to you, Michael, that Caitlin Clark came out and said, "I don't care that she said that.
She's
We
gotta
were
say
we were
that.
just
to
we
tamp
were
it
just
down
talking.
and
There was nothing wrong with it.
I'm
I
sure-
did it too.
I'm sure behind closed
she
door-
did it too.
I'm sure behind no, but she didn't do it.
She did
30
it.
She did the
Michael.
thing of-
She
for-
did
for-
it.
And
for-
are we all in agreement that what
No, it's too long.
Dr. Jill Biden suggested is a terrible idea?
It's idiotic.
Did
That
you
would
invite
make you throw a trophy.
that would invite both teams to the White House?
Yeah, no,
the
it's
second
stupid.
runners-up don't go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
runners up.
come on.
They wouldn't want to go.
You got to win.
Yeah.
You got to win.
That's
Well,
why
unless it's the ESPN pickleball
No,
tournament,
but-
then you get a trophy. You don't
But
do anything.
interestingly, no, they won the round robin. So here's the interesting
Did
thing,
they?
though. Couldn't she invite just Caitlin, since she was the National Player of the Year?
No reason.
National Player of the Year.
No, you don't do that.
No,
Nobody
you
else
don't.
goes.
To
You
the
lose.
victors go the spoils.
Yeah,
You
I-
lose, you
I'm
get
not-
nothing.
I'm not going to disagree. I completely agree that if you win, you go. If you don't,
Yeah,
you don't.
sure.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
All
even
right.
get the Western Conference trophies. I hate that kind of stuff.
All right, coming up
Nobody
next
plays
for
that.
you. What's up, fool? Bergman's going to throw some stuff at it. Don't forget, still on our YouTube channel, ESPNLA YouTube channel, chat fight. There's a chat fight going on.
Not much of a fight.
I'm
It's,
the guy in all caps, by the way.
yeah.
Typing in all caps. People complaining about it. I'm shouting at you because it's officially, chat fight. Come at me. Mason and Ireland, 7-10.
Is Masters Week, and Al and I are giving you a chance to win the ultimate golf and spa luxury experience to Pacific Palms Resort. Here's how you can win. Caller number 7 wins a $50 gift card to Red Restaurant and qualifies for the grand prize, which is a 2-night stay at Pacific Palms Resort, 2 rounds of golf, 2 spa treatments, and dinner at the Red Restaurant. That's at Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort.
And I
Book your
just want
next
you to
getaway
react
at
to it however
Pacific
you
Palms.
see fit. So we'll start with you, Michael, on this one. You there? You ready? Yeah, get right up
Sure.
to the
Let's go.
microphone.
Get
Perfect.
into
Thank
the
you.
microphone.
Okay.
I'm listening.
You're going to
All
talk.
right, so
I was sitting back waiting to hear the quote.
he was asked about his poor defense, and he said, I've been playing basketball for 3 straight years. 4 weeks in between, it was free. Sometimes it's really hard for me to play really hard on both ends. But obviously, the defensive end, I got to be way better.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
It's unbelievable how coaches don't to hold these guys accountable on both ends of the floor. I mean, I know you're not going to be Michael Cooper. You're not going to be Gary Payton, but you can at least try. At least make an attempt. Larry Bird wasn't a great defender, neither was Magic, but at least they tried. Clyde Drexler, as great as he was, would have his deficiencies on defense, but he tried by getting steals and being a little bit disruptive. But this guy just stands around and walks around.
Well, good for him that he acknowledges it.
Yeah,
Good
do
for
something
him
about
that
it.
he
How about, you know what?
How about maybe he will now that he
No,
said
the first
it
thing
out
you got to
loud?
do is drop 25 pounds. That'll make you be
Yeah.
allowed to
By the
play.
way, is he fatter now than he was at the start of the season? Is
He's
that what's
always
going
been a
on?
little pudgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, get in shape.
Great player, though.
Great
Get in
player.
Oh,
Does
great
great
offensive player.
things. Yeah.
Great offensive player.
But at least he acknowledges I suck at defense.
And then does nothing about it.
Yeah, well,
Big
we'll
deal.
see now. Now that he's called himself
A
out.
little bit late for that, huh? Should have acknowledged it in October and done something about it. Man, these guys make all kind of excuses and then don't do nothing about it.
Ireland, do you have any take on this?
Yeah, I think that Luka, if he doesn't improve defensively, it'll follow him for the rest of his career because he doesn't play any defense.
Right.
I mean, you got to play some defense.
Well, it's interesting.
Like Kobe and Jordan were first team all defense several years in a row.
But why would you call yourself out on it unless you were going to do something
I think he was
about it?
asked about it.
Why don't you play defense?
Yeah.
And
that was his answer.
He was asked about his poor defense, and the part that makes the most sense is sometimes it's really hard for me to play really hard on both ends.
Yeah, no, that's inexcusable.
Yeah.
Inexcusable.
What do you mean it's too hard for you to play? You're being paid millions of dollars to play
$35 million a year.
basketball.
Yeah.
And it's half the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Be good
Ridiculous.
at both halves of the game.
Yeah, how come Kobe and Michael Jordan and some of these other greats could spend all that energy on both ends? Gary Payton, he wouldn't score like this, but he would score 20 and try to shut you down. These guys make excuses, and everybody like you guys just look the other way and go, "Oh, poor
I'm not
guys."
looking the other way.
They have to work. They have to
Who's
play
looking
80.
the other way?
They
We're
got to play
talking about it.
82
We just
games.
brought it
It's
up on the
so
show.
hard. So hard to play basketball. No, it ain't.
Hit the what's up, fool.
What's up, fool? What's up, fool?
Getting annoyed with Michael.
I hit it. You didn't have to hit it also.
I'm hitting it also.
Do it again.
Chat fight.
Chat fight. Adam Driver is going to be
I'm in
playing.
a cranky mood now.
Apparently you are. Now's the right time to go after Mace in the YouTube chat. Go. All right, so Adam Driver is going to be playing the Al Pacino role in Heat 2, which is going to be a prequel movie. Michael Mann is back to direct. Do you need Heat 2 in your life, Mace?
I think this is a great idea. First of all, Heat is like one of the really great action movies there has been. I mean, I think it's Pacino and De Niro and Val Kilmer and those guys were fantastic. The idea of a prequel, now the one problem I have with it is Adam Driver's like 6'4", and Al Pacino is like
5'6".
5'6".
Yeah.
So the heights don't work. But John, I think a prequel directed by Michael Mann, I'm all in for.
I would watch it.
Yeah.
Heat was that good. I know, and some people say, well, it would ruin the first one. Greg, I assume that's the spirit of your question. Do we need to?
Do you need it?
Yeah, I don't need it, but I will watch it.
I will absolutely watch it. MT?
Did you
Never
see
saw
Heat
it.
1?
Never saw it. Oh my god.
Well, I can't see every movie like you guys.
Yeah.
How do you guys have
You
time
would
to
like
live?
Heat.
Take some time away
Heat's
from
really
the
good.
women's Final Four to watch Heat.
Although
Or
Heat
just
is like,
never sleep like me.
Yeah, exactly. That's the trick.
Heat is also about 3.5 hours, so you got to get through all that.
Yeah, it's great though. It's great.
Jorge, have you seen Heat?
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
Love it when
Yeah.
De Niro ditches Amy Brenneman. That's like, I'm out. I'm
Will-
sorry.
will you
We're-
see Heat too,
We're gonna
Jorge?
run off
No.
together.
I
I'm
don't
out.
think so.
Yep. Nope.
No, why not?
No, I just don't want the prequel. You should have given us a prequel before.
Well, why
this.
don't you give us? Why don't you watch the first one before you decide if there's going to be?
He
a
did see
prequel?
the first one, he
Oh,
said.
you did see.
You
The
did
first
watch
one.
it, yeah.
What's up, fool?
Okay, so I got a little downer here. So I got a friend of mine who's in a little dilemma, and I didn't know how to answer this question. So she dated a guy for like 9 years.
Okay.
She recently got married about a year and a half ago.
To him?
No, a different guy.
Okay.
They had an ugly breakup. It wasn't the nicest breakup. It was kind of ugly.
Okay.
So she recently found out that his mom, or one of his parents, is in the verge of dying.
Okay.
Like they're about to
The
Pass
one
away.
that had the ugly breakup.
right.
Their parent.
Her ex-boyfriend, or let's call it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Should she reach out to him, or is it one of those things where you just leave it alone and it's just like, hey,
I would leave it alone.
okay.
And it not if she wants to go to the
She was really
Actual
close.
funeral,
Because she was really close to the family. So it's one of
Unless
those.
you should reach out and say, sorry to hear about your mother.
I wouldn't
or
reach
parent.
out to the ugly breakup guy, but I would reach out if I had the ability to the person who is sick. Like you reach out to persons. I would never go to the ugly breakup guy. That's
because
not,
then you're just opening up a whole can of worms, so to speak. But there's nothing wrong with her reaching out directly to the person who's sick or to going to that person's funeral if she feels
Right.
close to him. But I wouldn't try and, because then you gotta talk to him and
Yeah,
you know,
gotta talk.
Make it awkward.
yeah, it would be super.
Thanks for bringing down the show with the death.
Oh, that's what I said. I got a downer here.
awkward.
man.
Don't worry, I do it all.
What's
the time.
up, fool?
He prefaced it.
Yeah.
No, I hit the button, Mace.
What's up, fool?
No, okay, well, no, because
John
Jace would
Fight.
do it when you were out. He would
Yeah,
hit the
no,
button.
when you were out, I was hitting the button.
But I haven't been out for a little while.
But he got used to it.
All right, let's move along.
I stopped and got gas the other morning, and while they were asking for my credit card, they put trivia up on the screen.
Okay.
By the time I went to press the answer to the trivia, it went away because they changed the screen to answer yes or no to take the card or not. It never came back, and I never got to answer the trivia question. What the hell is the point of the trivia on these things anyway? And do you ever play any of the trivia that's on these?
You can't press the answer, can you?
Yeah.
No, I don't think you can press the answer.
I don't think you can. It just gives you a timer.
No,
it runs out.
I think
There's a-
they give
there's a
you
timer. You
trivia.
can't press
I
the
think
button.
You press it all
No,
day long.
you just
It's not-
answer and they give you the answer afterwards. After
yeah.
the timer goes out.
No,
think you can
I don't
press
think
the
you can
button.
press the button. I don't think there's a press over
Have
the
you
button
ever
with that.
thought about trivia? John, I don't think has ever
Gas
thought about
station trivia?
Gas station trivia.
No, I pay very little attention to what's going on
Do you
at a
remember
gas
what
station.
the question is?
No, I don't remember what the question was.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it went away too fast. I couldn't get
Gas
to it.
station
I wanted to
trivia,
answer
Michael,
it.
are you
Oh, yeah, I like that kind of stuff.
You'd love
What you do.
when you go fill up the tank,
Yeah.
you want a trivia
I
question?
love trivia questions.
Yeah, I don't got time for that.
See, that doesn't surprise me about Michael at all. Michael answering questions at the gas station
Yeah.
thing, that makes
Yeah,
total
no,
sense.
it
you know
does
the
make
graphic I
sense.
hate is like if you're watching a sporting event and they'll say a player just is the third player to do something and they won't give you the other two guys who ever done it. You know,
Oh,
that,
right.
that bugs me.
Yeah.
It's like,
Go
tell
to
us
the
who-
gas station.
Yeah,
Maybe
well, who
they
the
got
other
the
two
answer.
guys?
Yeah.
You'll get it at the Exxon.
Get it
What's
Right.
up, fool?
at the Exxon station.
So a couple of buddies of mine went to Mrs. Fish down the street the other night.
Okay.
And there's this.
It's a seafood restaurant.
It's a seafood restaurant.
Underground
yeah.
joint.
It's an It's
Yeah.
really cool. It looks like you're kind
And
of
it's
in
called Mrs. Fish.
Mrs.
And where's
Fish.
it located?
It's on Hill and Fifth.
Okay, so
Downtown.
here. Got it.
It was really good, actually. But there's an aquarium above us as we were eating at the bar, which I thought was pretty cool. But first of all, is this necessary that there's a aquarium above your head the entire time? And what's the weirdest thing you've seen while eating in a restaurant?
Weirdest thing I've seen eating in a restaurant.
As far as the core, right? As far as
Yes,
the core?
as far as decor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well, if you ever go to Crustacean in Beverly Hills, which is a really famous restaurant, they have a koi pond running in the floor of the restaurant everywhere you
Oh,
go.
that's cool.
So you're walking, you're looking at fish and doing all that stuff. But other than that, the big new thing now is they're opening all these places where you can and I have no idea what the insurance would be for these places where you can order drinks and then throw axes at
Oh, yeah,
logs.
that's a big thing now.
That's a big
A lot
thing
of people
to do.
doing that. Boss Amanda, have you done it?
No, but I want to.
You look like you
Oh,
have
Amanda,
Yeah,
call,
there's a new
call
place by
Lisa.
your house,
yeah.
John.
Yeah, she's been
Yeah, I
and
wanna
she
do
loves
it.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
she'll
Boss
take
Amanda
you.
definitely has some unresolved
I would
rage
really
issues.
like to put pictures of you guys up there
Nice.
and throw axes at them.
Nice.
That is
I like that.
awesome
Since
idea.
I can't physically hurt you,
Yeah, but you could there.
but it's kind of like voodoo dollish.
That's like, okay,
Yeah.
so one of our equipment guys, one of the Laker equipment guys, he's a great guy, a guy named Brian. One of the things that he has to carry all the time, and Michael and I see him do this, is Dennis Schroeder plays a lot of video games and watches a lot of film, and so he has to carry around a big monitor.
Yeah.
He can't pack it in a case,
Right,
it will break,
right.
so he carries it around all the time. And I said to him the other day, I go, have you ever heard of a rage room? And he goes, no, what is it? I go, well, they have a whole bunch of electronics, and you can go in there and just smash them to smithereens.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get you a gift certificate. He goes, oh, I'll take that monitor in there. I don't even need to provide me with the computer.
Right, right.
You know, blah, blah. So it's a good idea.
Aquariums suck. I'm just going to say that out front.
Aquariums?
Yeah,
Why?
aquariums. Because we had an aquarium when I was a kid. And we would go and get fish, like cool-looking fish and stuff, and it was a pain in the ass to clean and all that stuff, but the fish seemed to do well, although one fish ended up eating other fish.
Yeah, it's,
and,
if you buy the wrong one, like those Siamese fighting fish or whatever they were called. Or,
and we could not figure out which fish was doing it. So a couple of fish would disappear. We'd go get more fish. A couple of fish would disappear. We could never find the actual perpetrator, the fish that was eating the other fish. So we gave up the aquarium
Poor
business
fish.
altogether. Yeah.
Held him prisoner in a cat.
Held him
water thing.
prisoner,
Just
yeah.
all
Held
I can
him
do is swim
prisoner.
around in circles all day.
And what else? Yeah, I mean,
Why you put him out in the sea? Why would you take him out of the sea? Let him swim
Let him
free.
live.
get him
Yeah.
they're at the pet store.
Let him swim free. How'd you like to be in a pool and all you can do is
Swim
swim in
free or
circles?
die.
Yeah. How'd you like to be in a cage and all you can do is walk around in circles all day?
Finding Nemo, yeah.
Oh my God, Michael, pay attention.
What's up, fool?
Is
gonna
that
do
it?
Is
That's
that
it.
Is that
All
all?
right.
That's all of it.
That's your A game?
Every question.
What's your A game?
Shot fight.
Better
John,
than
what do
your
you think
A
San
game.
Diego State's getting a parade for making the final?
Oh, yeah. Parade for making the fun.
They are?
Yeah, San Diego State's getting a parade.
Yep.
Starts with
I don't
downtown.
like it.
And
No, me either.
Petco Park.
I
Good
don't
for
like
them.
it.
It's not
Good for them.
Although, here's
That's
the
good
thing.
for
with-
them.
Yeah.
I'll just say
let's-
this.
We're
Lake-
number 2.
Lakers would never do it.
Okay, let's do that next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ES.
Is Masters Week, and Al and I are giving you a chance to win the ultimate golf and spa luxury experience to Pacific Palms Resort. Here's how you can win. Caller number 7 wins a $50 gift card to Red Restaurant and qualifies for the grand prize, which is a 2-night stay at Pacific Palms Resort, 2 rounds of golf, 2 spa treatments, and dinner at the Red Restaurant. That's at Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort. Book your next getaway at PacificPalmsResort.com. 877-710-ESPN.
Ireland continues now.
I think
This is Raiders of the
yes,
Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's National Film Score Day. It was actually yesterday, but we're celebrating it today. And yeah, John Williams wrote, I made a list of scores. John Williams has written so many great scores. I mean, from E.T. to Star Wars to on and on and on. He's been nominated, I think, for 39 Oscars, and he's 106 years old now, and he's still composing scores.
I actually got a chance to meet him. He's older. He's like in his 80s or 90s. When Kobe did Dear Basketball,
did he do
had
the
a
score?
private. Yeah,
Wait a
John
minute.
Williams did the score. John Williams won an Oscar with Kobe for Dear Basketball.
39. He's been nominated 39 times. How many Oscars has he won?
Like 5, I think.
Out of 39?
Yeah, 5 for 39. You're right. That's a terrible batting average.
Yeah.
Sean.
He's that good. He
Yeah,
should
but,
have at least
I
half.
mean, it's the same as is it Susan Lucci that's been nominated 20
Well,
times?
She did win
and
ultimately.
finally won.
She did
Yeah.
finally win. Yeah, after all those years. John. By the way, I'm talking to my ass. Let me see.
Glenn
Williams.
Close is the one that has been nominated for the most Oscars and never won one. I think
She
she's
hasn't won one?
No, she's won. She's been nominated 8 or 9 times and has never won one.
Yeah, John Williams has won 5 times and many. I don't know the exact number, but many nominations.
Does a lifetime Oscar mean as much as winning one for a role?
No.
No. It's just like a thank you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
it's like we couldn't. You didn't have one that we could give you for a movie, so here's
an overall.
Here's a Thalberg.
A bonus prize.
Yeah.
Exactly. But speaking of which, a bonus prize. So in San Diego, the San Diego State Aztecs, and I don't know when this is. Do we know when this parade is?
Saturday.
Saturday. They're doing a celebration parade for the Aztecs making the Final Four. I support this because San Diego has never won an effing thing. They finally got to a Final Four through a parade.
Well, in that case, then the Padres should have a parade for beating the Dodgers.
Yeah,
No.
why
What's the
not?
difference?
No, it's a huge difference.
Why?
What?
Padres are getting paid millions and millions
Yeah,
of dollars.
San Diego State's a business. They're getting paid millions.
They're not getting.
They're
San Diego
not-
State is not getting
San
paid
Diego
millions.
State is a public school. They're not being.
Didn't they
getting
get
paid
money to go to the
billions.
Final Four? They're not doing it
This
out of the
reminds
goodness of
me.
their heart.
How much do they
Okay,
make?
this
A lot of
reminds
money.
me about the time the Sacramento Kings hung a banner for winning Summer
Yeah.
League.
But
Yeah.
don't you think that's
Right.
different than making a Final Four?
You guys made
San
fun of-
Diego State will never make another Final Four.
How
I'm
you
willing
know?
to
You
guarantee
don't know
it.
that.
Never going to happen again. Never will everything line up for San Diego San Diego State to go to the Final Four again. Do you honestly think they will?
They could, sure.
Never.
NCAA basketball is very it's a lot
All
of
right, so let
parity
me ask
now.
you this.
Yeah.
You're a USC fan.
Yes,
If
I am.
USC makes the Final Four, should they hang a Final Four banner in
they're
Galen
USC.
Center? Why?
What's the
USC has
difference?
won national championships.
Not in
multiple
basketball.
Yeah, not in
sports.
basketball.
But in multiple sports, they've won national championships.
Well, I'm sure
So, no,
San
it's
Diego
different.
State's won a national championship in something.
No, actually, they've never won a national
Not even in
championship
baseball.
in anything. In anything.
When they
In the
had that
major ones,
picture.
it's not in football. It's not in basketball. It's
They
probably
ever
not
win
even
anything
baseball.
in anyone?
I mean, I'm sure they have in like volleyball or something like that. I have no
Ooh,
idea.
That
even
sport
if
doesn't count, does it?
Yeah, no,
No, but it doesn't count as amongst
Since,
the major
you know,
sports.
this reminds me of the whole Jill Biden invite Iowa to the White House also. Second place sucks.
Right.
If you didn't win it, you don't get a parade. You don't get a trip to the White House.
Right.
You don't get bupkis.
This is a participation trophy
Yeah.
thing here.
I've told that- I've
Are they
told
handing
this-
out orange slices
All right.
at the parade?
They should.
Alert, because
Popsicles.
alert to the YouTube channel, because here comes an Ireland story that I've told a million
no.
times.
Oh, God. Here we go.
All right, that James Worthy one year
Oh my God.
was
Not
told.
the same story.
Yes, it is a same story. James Worthy one year was hired by TNT to give the Lakers the Western Conference Championship trophy in Denver.
Okay.
And that I was friends with the stage manager, and the stage manager goes, James, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back from commercial, and Ernie Johnson's going to throw it to you, and you're going to present the trophy to Phil Jackson, but we need that money shot. We need you to pick up the trophy and hand it to Phil.
Yeah.
So they get to the ceremony, and Ernie Johnson goes in to present the Lakers with their Western Conference Championship trophy is James Worthy. He goes, Coach, congratulations, you're going back to the finals. How does it feel? And my buddy's off stage going, hand him the trophy. James, give him the trophy. Trophy, we need the shot. James, give him the trophy. Worthy just ignores him, never touches the trophy. The whole
Right.
ceremony goes on, and after it ends, the stage manager goes, James, you're killing me, man. All they needed was that shot of you handing him the trophy,
Right.
and nobody touched the trophy.
Right.
Worthy looked at him and goes, man, they don't want that thing.
Right.
And to this day, nobody knows where that Western Conference trophy is. Jeannie Buss said it's in a box in a
But you
closet
see the
somewhere.
difference. The Lakers have many, many championships.
So?
San Diego State has never won an effing thing.
Right.
Literally has never. I'm looking it up. I don't think they've ever won a championship in any sport ever.
Jorge, what's this story you just sent me?
The San Diego State story.
Right. Now, is it up in the air now? They're thinking twice about it?
No, that's from yesterday.
Right, but it says Aztecs parade plans now up in the air.
Unless it was updated.
Aztecs had planned to tour downtown, then head to Petco Park, but now school officials haven't finalized it.
We lost.
It's not
We lost.
finalized. It's not finalized.
We almost won. We almost won.
But Mike, you see the difference between the Lakers who won championships and San Diego State, which is
NCAA.
never. They were runners
Now,
up in the
this ain't-
cross country
Should
national
Alan
championship.
Slewa attend this parade?
Yes,
MC.
100% he
He should host
should.
it.
He
should
should.
absolutely host it.
Guys,
I love
we
it.
won.
Yeah.
Bring his comrades.
We
We'll put it on the
lost.
air.
Did they talk about this on their show, on the Travis and Slewa show? Did they talk about the
I don't
the parade?
know. I don't get to
No,
listen
they
to
talk
every
about
second.
food, remember?
If I was a player, I wouldn't go.
No.
Oh,
exactly.
come on.
I wouldn't.
No,
I bet you
Wait,
every
you've
single
already-
one of them go.
everyone will go.
No,
Absolutely.
It's just an excuse for them to get hammered, John.
Well, they do that anyway,
That's
though.
right.
But,
But, you know, somebody else is paying for
but
it.
everybody's going to go. They'll all go.
Well, did you see who is it?
For losing?
What's Reese's first name? The girl who was doing
Witherspoon.
No.
Angel Reese.
Angel.
Reese, yeah.
Angel Reese has come out and said she doesn't want to go to the White House because Biden's there and Jill doesn't get it. She says, I'll go to the Obamas. She's talking about not going at all, and they won it.
Oh, sure.
You can't have a parade for the second
not for
place.
losing.
See, I think
Cappy will be on a float.
Cappy will be on a float.
He should be on a
He'll be
float.
sitting on Dutcher's lap.
Yeah.
Or the other way
so
around.
he never
One
told you
way.
the connection with Dutcher, with Brian
Oh, yeah,
Dutcher,
I know, I don't even know.
is Michael went to the University of Minnesota. He was recruited by Bill Musselman, Eric Musselman's dad, who's since passed away.
Yep.
Jim Dutcher, Brian Dutcher's dad, replaced Bill Musselman at Minnesota. So there's all these old pictures of Michael with Jim Dutcher, who was at the Final Four.
That's right, yeah, still going strong.
And he knew Brian, the coach of the Aztecs, when he
boy.
was like a little kid running around the court
Wow.
with these
Now look at
guys.
him.
Now look at him.
Yeah, now I really feel old seeing Brian
Now
out
he's
there.
not a champion.
Well, he did. Hey, listen, the guy did an admirable job. He did a good job.
Yeah.
They
But he's never won anything.
No, he hasn't won, and that's the bottom line. Is almost winning doesn't. Who cares about almost winning, Mace? You don't play sports to almost
If
win.
you never will win ever,
Yeah.
you should celebrate.
What are you celebrating?
The small
Yeah,
victories.
what are you
celebrating?
The small Final Four.
Just getting
Like
there.
they'll hang a Final Four banner. I think
UCLA
everybody
doesn't.
Well, it's because they've won so many.
Right.
USC hung
George
an Elite Eight
George
banner.
Mason went once. Should they have had a parade? George Mason.
George Mason, I'm sure, has a Final Four banner.
Yeah, but I don't
But
think they
didn't
had a
have
parade.
They didn't have a parade though.
Like
You don't know that.
Miami Hurricanes will fly a
Final Four banner?
Final Four banner.
Should they have a parade for almost getting there?
No.
Why? They finished third or fourth?
No, you got to finish second to get a parade. Second, you get a parade.
We're number 4.
Third is ridiculous.
So should the Eagles have had a little parade to celebrate?
No.
Why
the
not?
Eagles have won championships. The Eagles have won again. They've won Super Bowls in the past.
All right.
So that's
The
different.
Aztecs of San Diego State have earned 1 national championship
in?
at the Division I level. They won the men's
There
volleyball
you go.
title in
I was right.
1973.
Now, they should have got a
1973 is
parade.
the only thing they've ever won. That's the only thing they're going to get close
Really?
to
That's the
winning.
only
That's from
thing-
Brian Ojeda. Thank you, Brian.
That's the only thing San
Now-
Diego has ever won. The city of San Diego has never
So
won
should
anything.
they have had a parade, the volleyball team?
Yeah, hell
They-
yeah.
I bet you
don't
they
know
didn't,
anybody
though.
goes,
I
but
bet-
By the way, star on that
them.
1973 men's volleyball national championship team, Chris Marlowe, now the TV play-by-play
Wow.
guy for the Denver Nuggets.
wow,
You see?
nice.
You know, they should have got a parade.
That's their one win.
And that's all.
Literally, can you imagine that is the only thing the city of San Diego has ever won?
Yeah. Sharon Leary, I am so glad we don't care what others think about our parade for the Aztecs. They are so totally deserving
There
of
you
this,
go.
John.
I'm with. Is her name Sherry?
Sharon.
Sharon, I'm with Sharon.
Sharon, you go
I stand with Sharon.
to the second place loser parade
Yeah,
and
okay.
report back to us.
Who's with me? I stand with Sharon. You do not.
No.
Michael, you do not, John.
No.
Do you stand with Sharon, Jorge?
No.
Bertman?
I stand with Sherry.
Sharon.
Sharon.
Boss Amanda?
Either one.
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
So should they have a
and-
big like number 2?
By the way,
leading their parade?
I think, and Mace, I
Yeah,
think
own
instead
it.
of playing the national anthem, they should
Yeah.
hire Beck to play "I'm a Loser." And he can-
Wow.
the
I like
Beatles.
that.
Don't the
That's a
Beatles
good
have a song
idea.
called
Kill
Loser?
me.
Yeah.
Loser. The Beatles have a song called Loser.
Yeah. Beautiful loser. Beautiful loser.
That's it's not Bob Seger. No, who is
No, that's the Beatles, right? No, Seeger.
Seeger's
did
Beautiful Losers. Yeah.
This is the Beatles.
There you go.
Play this.
That'll
on
be
the-
playing as
play
we're
this
going
off
down
the
the parade route.
Play this on the Kaplan float.
While Cappy sits on Brian Dutcher's lap. Oh, could you imagine?
I wonder if Kaplan will be there.
Oh, you'll go.
He's
And
a
Slee would
mammoth.
too.
He's leaving Saturday morning though, so he
Of
might
course
make
he
it.
is. He's
Yeah.
coming back for the parade.
He's going back to
Slee
the
would.
parade.
Slee
The
would.
other time San Diego had a parade for sports was in 1987. What do you think happened in 1987? Anybody?
Did they make the World
Chargers
Series
made
that
the
year?
Super Bowl?
Nope.
World
Tony
Series
Gwynn
was
won the batting title.
Nope. Yeah, obscure sport.
Lacrosse. Somebody won lacrosse.
Nope.
curling.
Soccer.
Soccer's not
You
obscure.
guys give up?
Women's soccer.
Has to do with water.
Oh, sailing.
Water polo.
Water polo.
Sailing.
Sailing.
Oh, that's a legit sport. That's not
1987,
Sail away,
Dennis
sail
Conner
away,
won the America's
sail
Cup
away,
off the coast of San
There
I
you
Diego.
got
go.
to tell you,
That's
that was my
legit.
very first gig.
Christopher Cross sailing.
My very first gig when I got to the Mighty 690 was to cover the America's Cup, and we chased his boat around while he was winning the America's Cup, and I was so sick for 3 days. I have never been on a boat since then. Do you remember
I
why
went
this
to,
song
yeah.
is famous, right?
Well, it was on that one album, that debut album for
Christopher
Christopher
Cross came in and played during the old Mason and Ireland morning show on TV. Do you remember this? Yes.
I
It was
don't.
The day
And
Mike
normally,
Piazza,
I'm better than you. Oh, I wasn't there. That's why.
Oh, it was the day Mike Piazza was traded. Christopher Cross was actually coming in to perform. He did this song while we showed highlights of Mike Piazza.
See ya, Mike.
See ya, Mike.
Traded by Fox Network.
Thank you, Fox.
Yeah.
Excellent work.
You didn't like Vince Scully anyway, so that's fine. You can go.
Who didn't like Vince Scully?
Mike
Yeah, that
Piazza.
was weird. He thought Vince Scully had something to do with him getting run out of town because he thought Vin wasn't as supportive as he should have been.
You say something bad about Vince Scully, you can get out of here.
Yeah.
So
You got the tattoo.
So if the Padres do make the series this year and they lose, should they have a parade?
No.
They've never
Why
won
not?
anything.
What's
They've
the
never won.
exact same principle?
Yeah.
A Final Four means something.
What does the
about
World Series
Does
mean?
that mean something?
You got to win.
Well,
These are kids.
Professional-
Give the kids. It's professionals
Amateurs.
versus kids. These are kids.
They ain't no
Mike.
kids.
Again,
They're grown men.
participation trophies, Michael.
Yep.
Yeah. They're grown men. They ain't no kids.
This
All right.
is
If
Ireland threw that trophy.
yeah, no. I think I should go.
Well,
I think I
I
should
don't
go to
blame
the
Ireland for
parade
throwing
and
that
throw the
trophy.
trophy at the Kaplan flood, and then Slee will get all hurt that I threw his trophy.
He will get hurt. All right, coming up next. Okay, let's do this. So, wild tiger on the loose. Wild tiger on the loose.
Where?
How do you deal with it? I got the story coming up next. Mason, Ireland.
on the push to the playoffs. 710 ESPN right now. More of Mason and Ireland for a Wednesday.
I was so jealous of Dynasty when I was a kid. I wanted to be one of the Carringtons.
Oh, yeah. What? I'm trying to think what score this is.
Oh, you know this.
All right, let me think.
This is
No, Ireland, you won't. Mace, you
Is
won't.
this Dark Knight?
Dark Knight, yeah.
Dark Knight, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. All right, it's National Film Score Day, so we're playing some scores. So what are the 3 most important words for a Los Angeles sports fan today?
No
3
participation trophy.
That is not it.
3 most important words.
Will they play? Will they play?
Michael says they both play.
Let-
I say at least one of them sits.
The Lakers have listed both AD and LeBron as questionable for tonight.
All right, what do you guys think now keep in mind, the odds makers have to make a spread
Right.
regardless of
Oh, that's
what they
right.
think or what they think. What do you think the spread is?
Clippers minus 1.5.
Greg?
Clippers minus 3.
Jorge?
Clippers minus 3.5.
You guys are all close. It's Clippers minus 3.
That's what I said.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you think all 3. You
Right.
said
Yeah,
he said 1.5. He said 3.5. You said 3.
Right.
Yeah.
I got it right on.
Yeah, but
Big deal. You want a trophy?
I can't.
Not a participation
handing out
trophy. It's
trophies
a winner's
Hey,
trophy.
give me the trophy and I'll throw it at you.
So
Greg, I think
I
you're right.
will put 10,000 mythical dollars on the Lakers plus the 3, counting on the fact that AD and LeBron
Bet
are
more.
going to play.
Bet more. You came up last time. 48,000? Bet more.
Jorge's encouraging you to bet more than
25,000
Wow.
mythical dollars
All right, big
on the
bet.
Lakers plus the 3.
Okay.
Jorge getting things going. So Ireland was supposed to lie today, and
Oh, yeah.
I have.
and he has.
Yeah.
Anybody having a beat on
I have a guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have a good
Yeah.
guess? Put it in the chat.
it is in the chat.
Jorge's is.
Okay.
Don't read the guesses out loud.
I know I'm not going to read the guesses
Okay.
out loud, but we're going to do it at 3:30. If you know the lie of the day, we got a 4-pack of tickets to the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. It is the 200-mile-an-hour beach party here in Southern California. You can get your tickets at gplb.com, gplb.com, and again, 4-pack of tickets. If you know the lie, coming up for you in just a couple of
Michael
minutes.
Mason was in the Long Beach Grand Prix celebrity race one year. You know what his nickname was?
You said it was a pine cone?
Human Pylon. Because everyone just
Pylon.
drove around him because he was driving so
What was
slow.
the top speed you reached in that race?
170.
You got the 170?
Yeah, 170 in a straightaway. The problem is you can't build up a lot of speed because there are 2 hairpin turns.
Right.
Which
So the guys that
slow you
win
down.
it, how do they attack the turns? I know you were cautious. How do they do it?
Oh, they fly through the turn. See, what my
And
problem
they just
was,
cut it really close against the wall?
right against the wall. Yeah, I mean, I was actually okay in the turns. You can only go so fast. In the straightaways, I was not fast enough.
I'm
What
surprised they let
wiped
you-
out Willie Galt and who was the other guy that wrecked?
Omar Epps.
What did they? How did they wreck? Do you know?
They were just extremely reckless.
I
Recklessness.
thought these cars had like limits to how fast you can go for amateurs like you guys.
That probably
no.
probably is the
They
limit.
let you go
170?
170?
Oh, yeah. I think Alfonso Ribeiro is going like 220.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
No,
yeah.
not 220. That's faster than
That's super fast.
That's faster than an IndyCar.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, super
Pro stuff.
faster than me. He beat me by 2 laps.
Nobody gets killed in this.
No, nobody.
You have to go to school. Mason had to spend several days at training school.
Yeah,
they
two-
don't just
two
let you
weekends.
hop in the car.
Yeah, 2 weekends
Yeah.
of training. The problem was, Michael, I had never driven stick until I got into this race. So I get at the track the very first day, and I'm like, well, this will be easy.
Right.
I had to learn how to drive stick before I learned how to be a race car
Still
driver.
pretty
So
good, though.
It was hard.
Going that speed and those kind of cars.
Yeah, it was hard.
High-performance
They should
cars.
bring that celebrity race back. That was a blast. And
So
good-
wait, the celebrity race doesn't
yeah,
exist
they
anymore?
don't do the celebrity race
Do you
anymore.
have to sign a waiver like in case you die?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Sign your life away.
One of the training weekends, I dropped a transmission. Just like gone.
Right,
They had to give me a completely rebuilt engine. Yeah. Anyway, if you know the lie of the day,
Right.
that's
Hey, what
coming
about
Do
up.
this
the tiger story.
Yeah, what's this tiger?
Okay. So, in Georgia, and these have since been recaptured, okay? In Georgia, there were 2 tigers on the loose.
Jeez.
Let me see the name of the town. Trust me, it was in Georgia, at the Pine Mountain Animal Safari in Troup County, Georgia. there were 2 wild tigers on the loose. Now, my question
For how
is...
long? Wait, for how long?
2 days.
What?
2 days. So here's my question. Like with a bear, you're supposed to play dead. With
Or make a lot of noise.
Or make a lot of noise. What do you do with a mountain lion? With a mountain lion, you make yourself big?
Bigger and make noise, yeah.
So, if I walked up on a tiger,
Yeah.
You're dead.
yeah,
Eye of the tiger.
would you run?
No.
What would you do?
You just got to find some kind of cover. You just better hope you're not out in cover. You got to find some kind of cover.
What are you supposed to do, Mace? What do they tell you do if it's a tiger?
They can
Or
get.
do you
I
know?
don't know what the advice is for a tiger.
I
Do you
mean,
make
tigers-
yourself big? Do you make a lot of noise?
They're 600 pounds.
Do you play
know?
dead?
Yes, the best thing to do. I hope they just maybe like nudge you around you and they're not hungry or something.
I think play dead.
Yeah, because you can't fight back. They're too
Scary as
big.
hell.
Oh my goodness.
But
Yeah,
I
I
think
never
you
know what
play
to.
dead.
Okay, so this. I'm gonna Mason. I'm gonna hand something to you, and you'll want to zoom in. So I was playing golf in Houston, okay, and I hit my ball right up to the edge of the water, and there were these 2 really big. I think they're ducks, but I don't know. What do you think they are?
I think they're geese. I think geese
Okay.
are mean.
All right,
Yeah,
right.
geese
That's
are
what I thought. So my ball, Michael, as you'll see here, is directly underneath one of the geese. Okay, you can zoom in on that and you can see it more. I had to make a decision there, and it was a killer shot.
Yeah. It was a great shot you hit.
Perfect shot.
Okay.
And I just had to hit it over the water onto the green on
Yep.
par 4. And I couldn't decide whether or not I would go after that ball with those 2 geese sitting there. What would you have done?
I would have just yelled like, ah!
I did. They didn't move.
They didn't move.
No.
You got to leave it because those things will attack.
Did you
That's
play
what I
it?
thought. No, I left it. And here's golf karma.
Yeah.
So I chip it over the water,
Right.
and I hit it too far. I hit it over the green.
Okay.
Chipped it in the hole for a birdie.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't
Did
know.
you take a drop and you got a
Yeah, I
penalty
just back.
for that?
No, I didn't take a penalty because I figured that's not my fault that the
No.
geese. So I
Right.
just backed up 10 feet and hit it.
Yeah, you didn't want to
I
take a
didn't
chance.
take my full length.
Right.
And
you tried to scare the geese.
yeah, I just yelled. I went ah, nothing.
And nothing,
They
huh?
look at you.
Nothing. And then I thought maybe I'll run around and be like a crazy person, and that didn't do anything.
That didn't do it
The
either.
And
geese
then I
looked at
gave-
you, what's wrong with him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
then I
geese
gave up because I was worried that geese thought that maybe was one of his eggs or her eggs.
Oh,
and,
right,
and
sure.
so I left it. That's
Yeah.
now a souvenir.
Yeah, but
Souvenir.
The tiger's on the loose.
I got-
By the way, the day
Bergman, do you have an answer what to do if you see a
I
wild
have
tiger?
7 things to do in case if you encounter a tiger.
7 things.
7 things.
Okay.
Well, number one,
Bring it on.
Shoot it if you got a gun.
Well, that wasn't on there, but that would be a good one. No, number 1, do not run. Number 2, do not approach the tiger.
Okay.
Number 3, get yourself somewhere high up. Get up a tree. They're not very good climbers.
Okay.
Stand up tall. Number 4. Number 5, do not antagonize the tiger. Number 6, and the most important one, do not urinate in a tiger's territory.
Well, why,
John, we're looking at you.
I see a wild tiger.
Why
would
me?
you-
I'm not a public urinator.
What would
Mason's the one who lives in Venice. They don't even use toilets in his town.
What would
Come
make
on.
you
But
do
you're so-
that?
you're so
Hey,
scared to
tiger,
pee your
hold on one
pants.
second.
Yeah.
Let me just urinate.
Oh, right. So scared to pee your pants. That's right.
And number 7, stay away from injured or old tigers. They are more likely to attack.
That's right.
Wounded tiger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grumpy tigers.
Yeah, that's scary. Now
Well,
you're
lucky.
you're anti-zoo, right?
Yeah, I hate zoos. Can't stand them.
I want to take you out to this, and don't the living desert, which is like an animal sanctuary
Yeah.
where they
They can roam around?
take animals that have been wounded in nature or
Okay,
they have to
that's fine.
rehabilitate. They
Yeah.
operate on them. They do all this
Got
stuff.
no problem with
That's
that.
where Not Stepdad Leo works as a
Yeah.
tour guide. He would take you on a great tour.
Got no problem with that. But now, do they release the animals after
I
they
don't
heal?
know the answer
See,
to
they
that.
should release them.
Yeah.
Don't hold them captive.
Yeah, I don't know the
zoos
answer
are
to
cool.
that.
You go. I've been to zoos. And you're looking at the big, beautiful tiger sitting in a cage. Just looks miserable.
Yeah, see, this is like a big landscape,
Sanctuary.
savanna
Yeah.
sort of thing that they built. It's really cool, really cool.
But
do
you wouldn't want to live on a ranch you couldn't leave. Could you? See, what's the difference?
yeah,
See?
what? No, there's I
Even though
get
you
it.
had 100 acres.
Right.
Oh, look at Steve. He's roaming over there, but he can't go beyond that fence.
Well, you do have 100 acres.
Well, that's true. And I wouldn't. I don't hold any animals captive.
Yeah, and still don't see. You don't leave to come to our events.
Well,
you
that's
live on
true.
100
Yeah,
acres.
Yeah, but I don't like zoos. Man.
How
I
many acres you really have?
Me? Here, and I got all my acreage in the Bahamas. Not here.
Really?
'Cause
You
in
own a lot of
California-
land in the Bahamas?
Oh, yeah, just practically a whole island
How-
over there.
Do you really?
Just about, yeah.
Are you going to move there someday?
Someday.
Are you going to build
Someday.
something there?
Someday, yeah. I'm
Like
not
a
in hurry
shelter,
right
a hut? What?
now. Yeah, something like that. I might buy Jeffrey Epstein's old island.
Oh my God!
If that island could talk,
That is like the
At
nastiest.
least I'm
Stop
losing it
it!
anymore.
Stop it!
And I
Stop
won't
it!
use it for those purposes.
Stop
Mace.
it!
What
Stop
am I
it!
gonna
no,
do?
yeah, Michael
Stop
would
it.
turn it into a positive.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'll turn it into a place, a nice place.
You should
All
take
right.
over the fire festival.
Lie of the day coming up next.
Yeah, on that note, lie of the day right now, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. If you think you know the lie, ring through for a 4-pack of tickets to the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, which is next weekend. And also, we got Game of Games coming up. It is John Ireland's game. Is it true you're doing back-to-back games? You're doing today and tomorrow?
No, Bergman's doing tomorrow,
Bergman's
and Michael's
tomorrow.
doing Friday.
Okay, got it. Got it.
With Pepe.
I think I'm on the board already in the month of April, right? I think
not. I haven't been here.
You won Monday, and Morales won yesterday.
Yeah, Morales won
Morales
yesterday.
played. You let him play. He
Well,
hates this show.
It was a Masters baseball game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was good at half of it. Mason, Ireland, 7.
Is Masters Week, and Al and I are giving you a chance to win the ultimate golf and spa luxury experience to Pacific Palms Resort. Here's how you can win. Caller number 7 wins a $50 gift card to Red Restaurant and qualifies for the grand prize, which is a 2-night stay at Pacific Palms Resort, 2 rounds of golf, 2 spa treatments, and dinner at the Red Restaurant. That's at Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort. Book your next getaway at PacificPalmsResort.com. 877-710-ESPN.
is part of the show. Or if you go into a building and you don't have your AM radio with you, but you know what? How can I still get Mason and Ireland in my ear? Just download the all-new ESPNLA app. Search ESPNLA in your app store or Google Play. Download, tap, bam! You got Mason and Ireland in the palm of your hand. More importantly, in your ears, sucker. Get the all-new ESPNLA app today. Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on your Wednesday.
All right, line of the day. By the way, this is a movie score.
Pink Panther?
Pink Panther, written by Henry Mancini. A National Film Score Day yesterday. We always do everything in daylight. Ireland told a lie at some point during the show today. None of us have
none of you have got it.
We're wrong.
All three of you are wrong.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
We thought
Nice
we
job
had
there,
it.
John.
That was a very clever.
All right. So, but I think others may, well, who knows? Sometimes the first person gets it. All right, bring somebody up.
All right, as always, we start with line number 7. This is T in Manhattan Beach. T, you're on 710.
In the great city of Manhattan Beach. Hi, T.
What's up, man?
Hi, how you guys doing?
Good.
How you guys doing?
Good.
All right, here's my guess. My guess is just that the equipment manager has to carry around an unpacked screen for D'Lo.
It's not for D'Lo.
Schroeder.
It's for Dennis Schroeder. Michael?
Well, that's the truth.
Yeah, that was also my guess.
Yeah.
Also my guess. Sorry, T.
Nope, that's Brian from the Lakers equipment staff walking around with a monitor pretty regularly.
Let's go to Compton. Jerry, you're on 710. Hey, Jerry, what's going on, man?
Hello, guys. Is it about meeting John Williams at the Oscars?
Yes! I have never met John Williams. Very good, Jerry. I thought that would take it a while to sniff it out, but no, he did do Dear Basketball with Kobe. Did win an Oscar with Kobe, but
Yep.
I have never met John Williams.
There you go.
So there it is.
Nice job, man. You got
Jerry, that is excellent.
4-pack
Good
of
work.
tickets to the big race, the Acura Grand Prix in Long Beach next Friday. Congratulations. Have a blast, man. It is an unbelievable thing to see. And everybody else, you can get your tickets at gplb.com. That's gplb.com.
What did you guys guess it was, Jorge and Greg?
I thought it was the pool. I thought you were in on it,
no.
and John didn't
No,
actually
there's
jump
actually
into the
video of that. Michael filmed it.
pool. Oh, yeah.
Trudell did. Yeah.
Did you put it out?
No.
Trudell did.
Trudell put it out?
Yeah.
All right.
So it's out there somewhere. You guys just didn't see it.
Yeah. I also thought the Dennis Schroeder story, that was also my guess.
Yeah, the monitor. That's
The
right.
monitor.
Yeah, no, that guy walks around with a monitor wherever we go.
Just for Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. By the way, Andy Kamenetsky is this thing he does where he doesn't really, he just says, my sense
Yeah,
is.
it's kinda cool.
You know, my sense
I
is.
heard you talking about
So my sense is that LeBron and AD are both
yeah,
going to play. My sense
Yeah.
says that.
Too much at stake.
They're listed as
I hope
questionable,
you're
but
right.
my sense is they're going to play.
Yeah.
If I had
time
to
to be
guess, I think LeBron probably in an AD 50-50 coin flip.
50-50. Is he hurt?
No, 42 minutes last night, has not played in a back-to-back since he returned from his foot injury. The last time Darvin was asked about this a couple of weeks ago, he said, we have a plan and we're sticking to it. When he was asked what the plan is, he wouldn't give it up.
By the way, somebody just pointed out, this is true. If the Lakers beat the Clippers move into the play-in tournament.
Correct. The winner tonight moves to the 5.
Yes.
The loser goes to the 7.
To the 7, yeah.
See, that's why AD's got to play.
Yep, that's why he's
Yeah.
got to play.
And the Warriors would be the 6. And then, but the reason the Warriors would be the 6, the Lakers and the Warriors would have identical records.
Yep.
Except that the Lakers have the tiebreaker over the Warriors. So that's why they would be the 5 and the Warriors would be the 6. Selfishly, if the Lakers are the 5, Michael and I get to go to Phoenix, where we love to go.
Yeah.
But that does...
That's a tougher opponent.
Yeah, that does set up a very tough
they're all
opponent.
tough.
But I don't, Michael, would you agree with this? I honestly believe the Lakers aren't scared of anybody.
Right. They shouldn't be. They're big and strong. They're versatile. They're athletic. They can shoot. They got it all.
Yeah. No, it's what Rob Pelinka did at
I'm
the trade
taking them
deadline
at
is
the,
unbelievable.
I'm taking the Lakers in the first round, no matter who the opponent is. I think they're playing that well. Now, after that, it gets trickier. But now, here's something I didn't even think about. I was listening last night on the flight home, and did we get? I mean, Michael, tell them how much snow was on that plane when we got to the airport.
On the plane?
Oh, it took us an hour to de-ice the
it,
plane.
yeah.
But the time we finally got home at like 3 a.m. But I was listening to a podcast, and Bill Simmons, this isn't an original thought, I stole it from Bill, but Bill said, with the resurgent Lakers and the way the Celtics beat Milwaukee by 40 in Milwaukee the other day, nobody's talking about it, but we could get Lakers-Celtics again.
Sure.
And that would resolve the 18 championships.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know, it would. They're tied at the top for most championships.
Yeah.
That would make one of them the clear victor. It would be. Can you imagine the interest around that?
Oh yeah.
Lakers Celtics in the finals. It'd be great.
Big ratings.
Crazy.
Even Mason.
I'm still picking Milwaukee to come out of the East, even though they lost to the Celtics by 40.
Yeah,
Boy, after last night, I don't know, Philly. Man,
He's been really good.
He went for
I think
52 last night.
I think Joel Embiid won the MVP last night.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it was a coin flip between him and Jokic.
Yeah.
Jokic has missed several games. He played last night. They lost to a bad Houston team. But I think most people were undecided between Jokic. And matter of fact, who is it, Greg? Is it Tim McMahon that does the straw poll for MVP?
Yes.
From ESPN.com? And he said it's as close as it's ever been.
Yeah.
Total coin flip.
But I think last night that was such a he
then
scored
Embiid
more than half of their points.
Drops 52 in a game against the Celtics.
Yeah.
It's unstoppable.
And I don't know how he doesn't win it now.
Yeah.
This gifted big man never played a game.
By the way, Dodgers off today. I don't know if you. By the way, John, listen to Bill Simmons, but you got to listen to the Blue Review, the production that Greg Bergman is putting together every single day.
Wait a minute. We'll get back to the Blue Review in a second, but did I overhear you say earlier that Matthew Berry is on the Culture Pop podcast?
You know what? He's on the Culture Pop podcast.
I'll listen to that for sure.
He was fantastic. Matthew Berry talks about stuff that he's never talked about publicly before, about his growing up years and all kinds of stuff, and he talks about bullying, all kinds of stuff. So it's Culture Pop podcast. Search it, Apple.
Right. So,
and
Greg, how many
iTunes.
Blue Reviews have you done?
Well, today was day 8, but I missed one last week.
Right, you were sick. Bergman was sick last week,
Okay.
so we had a rotating group of producers. Now today, the one thing I noticed was it's only Bergman on the show. Did you
did it go out
finally oust Clinton Yates from the Blue
Clinton
Review?
was not able to do today, so I did.
So
it
you bumped
solo.
him?
Yes, he said you can do it solo today.
How many
I wanted
minutes?
to. It's probably about 5.5.
Is it only you speaking, or do you take
Only
guests
me.
and calls?
No, only me speaking.
What's it about?
Why would I put
That was a
guest and
joke.
call on a 5-minute show?
Yeah, no, it's actually really. If you want a little bite-size take on the,
What was
on
the main
Dodgers.
point you made today in the Blue Review?
A lot of it was about starting pitching and how great Julio Urias was last night.
It's fantastic.
He added a cutter to his arsenal, so
Didn't
that's
we already
gonna
know
help.
Huh? He added a cutter to his arsenal.
Did you know that already?
Yeah.
You already knew.
So
he added
you
a
say
cutter.
It happened last night.
Urias.
Urias.
I heard other guys say Urias.
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 There's like 19 different pronunciations of that dude.
But I
Call
think
him Julio.
I call him Julio exactly.
And the other thing was stolen bases.
Yeah, stolen base is interesting. I'm glad you talked about that. So, stolen bases basically doubled over the
Are
weekend.
the Dodgers stealing bases?
One.
They've stolen one the whole time?
Everybody else is stealing bases. The Dodgers are 1 for 4. Mookie got thrown out last night.
He did.
And I think this is something the Padres do really well. The Padres really push other teams by stealing bases. I don't understand why. Like, I'd like to see James Outman. I'd like to see Trace
Yeah, they could run.
steal some bases. These guys can run. I don't know why that's not part of the game plan.
It really should be. I think Gavin Lux was supposed to be that
He was
guy for
supposed to be
them,
that guy,
and it's
yeah.
not happening. But it's going to start. What we've seen with the pitch clock is that, you know, if you start getting in trouble and as a starting pitcher, you're gonna start falling apart, and you're
Yeah.
gonna get these big innings. And so if you're gonna put pressure on the starting pitcher by running on them, you could get into those big innings more often if you're stealing more bases. So I think it's actually smart.
I'm
We should have somebody.
extremely concerned about Miguel Rojas at shortstop. I just think that's a
you know they have an out there. Play Chris Taylor at short.
Yeah, Chris Taylor, he did hit a homer the other night, but I'm not sure Chris Taylor's ever going to be Chris Taylor again. Do you think so, Bergman?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he's
strikes out
ever going to
too
be
much.
that guy. He strikes out a lot.
Got that uppercut swing. Like
Could
Bellinger.
I mean, they have too many outfielders. Can any of those outfielders besides Taylor play in the infield?
Yeah, Mookie Betts.
They moved
Mookie
Mookie into second base last night.
And then
Don't take him out of
what was the outfield?
Haywood.
Hayward, Trace, and
Outman and Taylor, I think.
Taylor, yeah.
Just
Okay.
Start.
Yeah. Well, now I actually see the logic in moving Mookie to second base occasionally because you have too many good
But
outfielders.
he's made such great throws. It seems like such a waste to have him in second base. Seems like such a waste. Yeah, Rojas is hitting 143. He's 2 for 14
It's
so
early.
far. Obviously, it's early.
I mean, outside of the top 3 of Betts, Freeman, and Smith, nobody else is really hitting.
Boy,
By the way,
Smith.
home run leaders in the major leagues. Brian Reynolds from Pittsburgh has 4. Second place, Trace Thompson.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah, and Will Smith.
Will, yeah.
Both have 3.
Yeah.
Oh, a bunch of guys have 3.
Yeah. All right, it is Game of Games time. It is John Ireland's game today. I vowed that this is the month I win.
Well,
I've made this
you're in
vow
trouble
before.
today. Michael is going to be a very heavy favorite.
Oh, no.
What's it
And
about?
Sedano's
Space?
going to play too.
Oh, Shadano's going to play.
Oh, well, in that case,
I'm extremely long shot.
yeah.
It's
The
about
three,
Motown?
No, but it's NBA related.
NBA related.
So
Okay, you
that's
guys
why.
are in the league. We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. Game of Games time. It is Ireland's game today, and George Shadano is here. He's working the game across the street tonight. Shadano, how are you?
Congratulations to Jorge Briones winning Game of Games last month, keeping the Mason streak alive of no wins.
That a boy, Jorge. I didn't know that.
Right there.
Yeah. There's another streak going, by the way, too. John Ireland has not won since September.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I'm planning on making my comeback after the Lakers are done.
Right.
I'm just letting you
Hopefully
guys get
that's
out
not
to a
till
lead.
mid-June.
Yeah, could be. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Since the Lakers play the Clippers tonight, Sedano will be working that game. Michael and I will be working that game. I have a game of Laker, Clipper.
I'll be watching the game.
Or both.
And you have your shirt on.
I do.
A Lakers shirt. Yeah.
I'm going to give you the name of an NBA player.
Yeah.
You guys tell me, did he play for just the Lakers, just the Clippers,
Or both.
Or both.
Okay.
Now, because Sedano and Michael are in the league, I'm going to have them go last, and I'll rotate the three of you.
Right.
All right, here we go. The first name, Joe Bryant, Kobe's father. Jorge, Lakers, Clippers, or both?
Clippers.
Greg.
Clippers.
Mace.
Both.
Michael. Sedano.
Clippers.
Damn. Mason's the only one who missed it. Okay. He only played for
You
the
don't think that
Clippers.
would have been a bigger storyline the entire 20 years?
I'm guessing. It's just a swag system.
All right, Bergman.
Scientific wild ass guess.
Yes,
Exactly.
Norm Nixon. Lakers, Clippers, or both?
Both.
Mace.
Both.
Jorge.
Both.
Michael.
Both.
Sedano.
Both.
Okay, everybody got that one?
I'm only down one.
You are only down one. All right, Mace, this one's to you. Yeah. Swaggy P. Nick Young. Lakers, Clippers, or both?
Both.
Jorge.
Both.
Greg.
Lakers.
Michael.
Lakers.
Sedano.
Lakers.
The answer is both.
Wow. When did he play for the Clippers?
He played for the Clippers actually
At
right
the
after
end?
he played for the Lakers.
Nice.
So,
I thought I got that one right.
All right, so
Jorge,
Jorge takes the lead,
The
and
swag
Mace,
system.
you're in a
In
tie
the
for
league.
second place.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Jorge.
I
this-
mean, did he really have a career after the Lakers, though? Let's be honest.
No.
There's that, too.
all right. Jorge.
Yeah.
Karan Butler. Lakers, Clippers, or both?
Both.
Greg.
Both.
Mason.
Both.
Michael.
2.
Sedano.
Yeah, it's both.
All right, everybody got that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this might be too easy, but right now Jorge has the lead 4, and everybody else has 3.
Okay.
All right, this one to Mace.
Lamar Odom.
The machine, Sasha Vujacic.
Oh.
Lakers, Clippers, or both?
I'll go Lakers.
Bergman.
I'll say Lakers.
Jorge.
Lakers.
Michael.
Lakers.
Sedano.
Swag system, both.
Both is the correct answer. Yeah, he played several games for the Clippers after he left the Lakers.
Wow.
Yeah. So Sedano ties Briones. The Jorges have the lead.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, this one's coming to you.
Okay.
Jamal Wilkes, Hall of Famer. Jamal Wilkes. Lakers, Clippers, or both?
Both.
Jorge. Lakers, Clippers, or both?
Clippers.
Jamal Wilkes. Oh, you're saying Clippers. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Mace.
swag.
That is very swaggy. I will say both.
Michael.
Yeah, I think both.
Sedano.
I believe both as well.
Both is correct. His last year.
By the way, a
was
funny,
there.
funny thing.
He's a retired number by the Lakers, but Jorge, good guess.
Funny story about Jamal Wilkes. I was once covering a Western Conference Finals, or Eastern Conference Finals, where Pat Riley compared Tayshaun Prince to Jamal Wilkes and said that Jamal Wilkes had a jump shot that was as smooth as a snowflake falling off a bamboo leaf. Never said that about you.
No.
Yeah, no.
Wow, that's an image.
Wouldn't have been.
Yeah,
All right,
that's an image.
So here's
Yeah.
the score. Sedano has 5.
How could a snowflake fall off a
Michael,
bamboo? Don't
Mason,
snow in the tropics.
Greg,
In
and
Japan.
Jorge all
There's
have
bamboo
4.
there and
Yeah.
snow.
All right. So here is the next one. Jorge, this is going to you.
All right.
Jared Dudley. Lakers, Clippers, or both?
Lakers.
Greg.
Did he play for the Clippers? Both.
Okay, Mace.
Seems like the kind of guy who would play for both.
Michael.
Both.
Sedano.
It's both.
It is both. So everything stays the same. 6 for Sedano.
They had to attach a first-round pick, the Clippers, to
Oh,
trade
Greg, did you
Jared
miss that
Dudley.
one?
I got that one right.
Okay, so everybody else has 5. All right, Greg, this one coming to you. Jordan Farmar, pride of UCLA.
4. Both.
You're going both. Jorge.
Both.
Mace.
Both.
Michael.
Both.
Sedano.
Both.
Okay, so everything stays the same. Last one. So keep in mind that.
We'll make these guys go. Make
okay.
the leader go first.
Okay,
right?
the leader is Sedano.
Yeah.
Sedano has 6.
Sedano
You all
has to
have
go
5.
first.
All right, George.
Yeah.
Byron Scott.
Both.
All right, keep in mind, guys, that he's 1 up on you.
This is the last one?
Yes.
Dang it.
Jorge.
Lakers.
Greg.
Gotta go Lakers.
Yeah, got to go Lakers.
Michael. Byron Scott.
You know the answer, so.
Byron played. I think it was both.
The answer is Lakers.
Yay!
He was drafted
Michael's
by the
out.
Clippers
That's right.
and traded for Norm Nixon before he ever played a game for the Clips.
Oh, okay. Then that's
So that
what
was
the
for you.
confusion was.
All right, so Michael's out.
still in it.
Everyone else is in.
Yeah.
All right. And I favored Michael
Gotta
heavily.
write down your answer.
Wow,
right?
that was a good trick question.
Yes.
This
This
is-
is a right. Okay, this is a right
That's a
down
good
here.
trick
All right,
question.
You got something to write with?
Oh.
Got something to write on, George? You need a pen?
I can find one, yeah. Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Okay. All right, everybody got something to write with? Got something to write on? Greg?
Yeah. Damn it,
Everybody
I got a
good?
pen.
All right, here we go.
It's all me.
Swag.
Lamar Odom played
Both.
for both the Lakers and the Clippers. Odom played 312 games for the Clippers.
Yeah.
How many games did he play for the Lakers closest without going over?
Okay, hold on. Let me think about
Without
something
going
for a
over?
second.
All right, so I'll read it to you again while you guys are thinking. Lamar Odom played for both the Lakers and the Clippers. Odom played 312 games for the Clippers. How many did he play for the Lakers? Write your answer down. Close without going over. Bergman, what number did you write down?
I wrote 239.
Okay. Mace.
I put 301.
Okay. Sedano.
I put 401.
And Jorge.
280.
The correct answer. 519. George Sedano wins it.
Well, I know you played from 04 to 9 or 10.
Yep.
10.
Wow.
Yeah. So I knew it had
Well,
to be
he's
that
in the
range.
league, so he's supposed
So
to win.
Sedano gets it. Is that his first win for the month?
Yes, for April.
Okay.
Yes.
My
There you
sense is George will not win the month.
Your sense.
Well, I may not be
My
around
sense.
enough. is the
Yeah,
problem.
well,
Exactly.
yeah. Him and I are about to go on a playoff odyssey.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
That's right.
So.
Now, do you? There is no way to know where you would be
No,
going.
I know
Yeah.
I have the Western Conference play-by-play on ESPN Radio, wherever that's going to be. 9-10, the 9-10.
I'm going to
So
guess.
right now it's Minnesota.
I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
You're going to New Orleans.
You think New Orleans falls back one more spot?
I think.
Okay. No offense, I'd much rather go to New Orleans than Minnesota.
Yeah. We were just in Minnesota. It was so cold, George.
How
that
cold was it?
We had Billy McDonald and I had golf set up Saturday morning in Houston
Yeah.
at a great course, and then a dinner at Mastro's right after. It's going to be the best day of the year.
Yeah.
We get on the bus.
Yeah.
We're heading to the airport.
Yeah.
Blistering snowstorm. Phone rings. We're 10 minutes from the airport. Turn around and come back. The airport's closed.
It was so cold. I saw a tree looking for a dog.
There you go.
Yeah,
By the way, Game of Games brought to you by Call Jacob. Winning matters. That's why after an accident, you go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Jacob's going to come in to play Game of Games tomorrow.
Yeah, the only reason I would want Minnesota or Minneapolis is because there's more directs from LA than there are to New Orleans. That would be the only reason.
Well, also, do you like
You guys
do you like pork chops?
Yeah, I've been to the place you sent me
Yeah.
to, J.D. Hoyt's, a number of times.
I made Michael go with me there when we were there
Do you
last
like it?
week.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
of
it's
course.
Yeah, I had to get the single though. The double
Yeah,
is insane.
yeah.
Who can eat a double?
No, matter of fact, Anthony Hurd, the world's greatest audio guy, 2 years ago we were at J.D. Hoyt's, ordered the double, the 2 pork chop order from
Yeah.
J.D. Hoyt's. He was so full after eating the first one that he took the second one and gave it to a homeless guy.
Yeah, I believe it.
That's,
Yeah.
It's
that's how filling
insane.
it was.
How many people does it take to fill in for Cappy? Apparently 2, right?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, and I'm also leaving for the game.
Oh, that's true.
You know,
they'll pick up the
so
ball.
they have to do the last half hour.
Yeah.
And does Andy have a sense of what's going to happen?
Yeah,
tonight?
he'll have a sense. Andy has a sense about things. You have to use air quotes.
All right,
Sense.
Mace, before you go, because I know you got to go.
Yeah,
for,
Mason's leaving. That's right.
Lake Crosstalk. Prediction for tonight is what?
Pain, like Mr. T once
Both
said.
Anthony Davis and LeBron James play, and the Lakers cover.
Who
Lakers
wins?
cover. The Lakers win. The Lakers
I
win.
mean, so how many wins is it now for the
10
for the
in a
Clippers?
row.
No, but it's 10 in a row, but 38 out of the last.
34 and 7 over the last 41 since 2012.
I thought it was more than that.
Well, I mean, if you extend it past 2012, it probably is.
Yeah.
But 34 and 7 since
Mace, before you go,
since
what do you-
Chris Paul.
Yikes.
Mace, before you go, what do you call an angry psychiatrist?
No, don't know.
A therapist.
Ba-dum-bum.
They're,
CMAs hit the Superstager.
I got a funny dad joke for you later. Go ahead, hit the Superstager.
Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Love it!
All right, so
I
no
just did both
Cappy
of them,
today.
so
that
there you
was
go.
Sedano doing a Kaplan impersonation.
You know what Cappy is?
What's that?
He's getting ready for the parade in San Diego.
Oh, I heard about that.
By the way, none of you agree with Mason, do you? That that's a good idea?
No,
I
come
think
on.
it's a good idea.
Do you think it was a good idea to invite Iowa to the White House?
No.
What's
I
the
don't.
difference?
So to me, this
You're
is
celebrating
like
second
San Diego
place.
State, you should have you don't have to do it in downtown San Diego or something, but it should just have
campus?
something
Like a campus?
for your Final Four run. You
little
guys went to the
rally?
Final
Yeah,
Four.
they could have a rally at the campus, but they're doing it at Petco Park seems excessive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come
Look,
on.
they don't have much else.
This
professional sports there anymore.
This let's celebrate the loser. It just drives me crazy.
But they went to the Final Four.
And what happened when they got there?
I know, but there's
Should
the Final
FAU
Four is like what everybody's growing.
Should FAU's not having one, right?
FAU should have a big old party too.
I don't know. They're never going to go there again.
Yeah.
It's not like
So should they
Yeah, why not?
hang a Final Four banner
They're
at
like
FAU?
in Miami, they do that all the
Did you
time.
guys win titles at Stanford the softball when you
No,
were there?
we went to the World Series one year.
And should you guys have had a parade?
No, we didn't have a parade.
What?
but we
Did you want one?
No.
There you go.
No.
See?
But I would hang a banner say Women's College World
You can
Series.
hang a Final Four banner.
Yeah,
I don't think
Final
that's
Four
an issue.
banner.
Especially if you're a team like that doesn't have a lot of championships.
You know, the
Yeah.
Sacramento
People always
Kings
talk about
hung
that.
a banner for winning Summer League.
Okay,
Well, I
Summer
did.
League
I remember
is
that.
not the same thing as the
I
Final
gave them
Four.
the trophy, so I remember that. But
Yeah, well,
they did that after.
They
after
valued
the
it. Now, of
fact.
course, if you would have given it to me, I would have thrown it.
Yes,
Because
yes,
it's
we know
Summer
that.
League.
By the way, Michael, I've got a dad joke for you that was told to me while I was on vacation. Okay, when I went to Disney, I had an issue. Basically, the way the system works here at Disneyland for employees is not the same way it works in Orlando.
Okay.
So I had to go to like an employee relations building and get this sorted out. So while I was getting that sorted out, the guy who works there has a whiteboard behind him and says, "Ask Dave for the joke of the day." So I asked him, and he said, "This was the joke of the day." He said, "What would Apple if Apple made a car, right? Like Elon Musk, like a Tesla, right? If Apple made a car, what wouldn't it have?"
It wouldn't have. Apple made a car. What wouldn't it? Would
Some
it
kind
not
of core
have?
or something.
Yeah. What do apples have? It would not have. I don't know.
Windows.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. I see. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good dad joke for
That's
you.
a good one. Yeah.
Yes.
That's right. Apples and Windows. These are
I get you.
computer companies.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
Microsoft, Apple, Ramona. She's still trying to figure it out.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I did the core thing too. That's what I said
laughed a little.
first.
Yeah.
Do you like pork chops?
Yeah.
It's,
Hey, I thought it was funny considering I was just trying to get my thing sorted out.
Should I tell them a joke about the black fairy tale? How it starts?
Yeah, but I don't know how you're going to do the
Yeah,
punchline.
you probably better.
Well, try it.
Look at Bergman. He's already nervous.
Oh, Bergman.
No, try it.
You can't do it without without the bad words.
All
You
right,
can't do
we'll
it.
tell them off.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to bring something up because all you guys cover the NBA.
Yeah.
we're in the league.
Yeah. What in the world is going on with the referees? And it's not just at the NBA level, but it happened in the women's championship
Yeah.
game. I've never in my whole life seen as much over-officiating as I've seen in the last 3 months. I don't get it. Why, Momo? Why did they why did they call a technical foul on Caitlin Clark for rolling the ball over the
Yeah, that
official?
was lame.
Why did they throw Terrence Mann out of a game in the second quarter when he basically turned to the referee and said, "You can't give a tee to Kawhi, he doesn't effing talk."
So, I think there's something to the effect, like, now how everything is reviewed and not just reviewed by officials, but it's like on social media in an instant. So, like, if you miss a call, people are going to.
Right, but that's not what I'm talking about.
No,
I'm talking.
let me get to the point, though.
Yeah.
I think it's because they know that when they miss a call, it's going to be everywhere. It makes you call more.
But
Does that
why,
make sense?
But
Like,
yeah, but
oh, you guys
Sedano,
missed
why
that
the
one.
increase in technical fouls and ejections for doing stuff that in Michael's day they just would have told him to shut up?
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
everything
George
is
isn't listening.
on
George isn't
camera.
paying
I'm trying to
attention.
connect to the Wi-Fi. Sorry.
Oh.
I think everything is on camera. So I think, like, people are just more sensitive. They're just more.
Well,
like,
officials are definitely more sensitive.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any
because
question
they're
about
under
that.
So much more scrutiny.
And here's what I would also say: there is particularly in the NBA. Okay,
Yeah.
I've had these conversations with coaches over the last 2 seasons. We had a stretch in the NBA where we lost 15 officials that retired. Okay, in a stretch of 5 years. Okay, that's a lot. So we've had a lot of new officials, guys and ladies coming up from the G League or whatever, and that's why you're having some of these situations, I think, arise because they don't have, to Ramona's point, the gravitas or the thick skin, perhaps, that's necessary.
Adam Silver needs to tell these officials, stop calling some ATs on these players. Let them emote a little bit more. Now, if they go crazily overboard, yeah, you can tee them up. But give them a few warnings to
But
shut
I
up.
think if you're a new official or if you're somebody who's like trying to control a game, you don't want to get pushed around, and so you have to like show you're tough. And then if you don't call stuff, then it looks like everybody's going to know that you missed it, right? If you missed a foul, it's going to be all over everywhere in social
Players
media.
respect you if you dialogue with them. If you say
That's
something
right.
to the official, say, "Matt, what's wrong with you?" And the official says,
Okay.
"Listen, don't do that. Calm down." They respect that.
When you guys cover a team, do you feel comfortable going up to the star player immediately and just dialoguing with them one-on-one? Do you like every
In an
star
open
player?
media session? Sure.
Yeah.
But
Like-
no, not if they're walking to their car. No, I know you're good at that. You can.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you know what's funny? It kind of depends on the environment, like, and it depends on the level of star that you're talking to, or what kind of basis I have with somebody.
It's called sidling.
Yeah,
Right.
recital.
Yeah, that's a good
But,
word.
Yeah.
Very few people give me like make me nervous to walk up to them or approach them or something like that. But there's still a few that I'm kind of like, oh, I'm not sure.
Because they're not friendly.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that.
Aloof.
I think LeBron is one that I don't really do the
You don't sidle?
He doesn't give you that vibe.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do the sidle, and we have a relationship from 15 years of me covering him
Right.
and his teams, but it's not personal, and I
Right.
think he has personal relationships more with like his beat writers that have covered him. But anyway,
Yeah, I know he likes McMenamin. He talks to him a lot.
But what I mean is, like, if you're a ref, like, I know as a young reporter, the first time I ever covered like Shaq and Kobe, I was like a little nervous. Like, I was a little nervous, like,
Right.
go up to them and just talk to them like a normal person, I think if you're a ref, I think you still have that same nervousness, that same like to have that dialogue.
prove myself.
I got to prove
Well,
myself.
and it's also more compartmentalized than it was when
Yeah.
Shaq and Kobe played. Like I would walk up to Shaq or Kobe at any time and ask them anything, no matter where they were or what they were doing. I don't do that with LeBron or AD. Matter of fact, I don't bother those guys unless I go through media relations. I just don't.
And I think that's almost like they have that quality about them of like don't come up to me.
Right.
Like there's a sort of wall around them, like, or we're too famous or we're too whatever.
Which superstar in the league does have that? Hey, come on in, man.
By the way, who I was really
Devin
impressed
Booker.
with is
Devin Booker's like that?
No question.
Last week you introduced me to Karl Anthony Towns, and
Yeah,
he
he's
seemed
so
like
cool.
such a regular guy.
Yeah, regular dude. Embiid's cool like that.
Embiid's like that?
Yeah, Embiid's like Jason Tatum's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like just young.
See, I like that. I like
Yeah,
that. That's
they're
how
just,
Magic
like,
Johnson
chill.
Yeah.
was. too. Magic
Devin
like
Booker
that.
to me is number one on that list right now, where
that?
I can just walk up to him at any point when he's just warming up before a game or whatever and talk
Yeah.
to him for a second.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're a person, I'm a person. It's
Right.
fine.
All right, so do you guys think
Yeah.
any of the teams that are, let's say that we pretty much know, we don't know maybe who's going to be 10 or 11. There's a little bit of a backlog there, but
Yeah.
we know the 1 through 9. We just don't know what order they're going to be in.
Correct.
If you look at 1 through 9, I said the other day that I'm taking the late, and I see the world through purple and gold colored glasses. So
Really?
you guys can set me
You?
straight.
No.
I'm taking the Lakers in the first round regardless of their opponent. Phoenix is the one that makes me think twice. If they end up playing Phoenix in the first round, I think that's a coin flip. Every other team I'd feel good about. George, where am I missing in your opinion? Who would beat them in your opinion?
Well, Phoenix definitely beats them.
Okay.
In my opinion. I think that
I think Phoenix is
You
really
were
good.
high on Denver about a month ago. Are you still as high?
I'm a big believer that the last 20 games of the season is not as important as the way you start the season. Historically, if you look at the numbers, our guy he used to work with us here many years ago, Tom Haberstroh, wrote a story, and he did a deep dive of all the champions historically. And the first 20 games are more representative than the last 20 games. So I'm still high on them. I think Michael Malone I think if their issue is that Michael Malone pushes them too hard, and he's already calling them out, whatever he said the other day, like yesterday, I think he called them
He said they're soft.
soft. Right.
Just flat out said we're soft.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny?
nothing
Michael
wrong with
Malone
that.
is so old
Come
school.
on, George.
He's so
I
old
just
school.
think that
I think,
did he hurt their feelings?
Michael,
Come
can
on,
you
George.
just let me
Grown
answer?
man.
Let me answer your question
wrong
before
with
you
saying
start.
that?
Can I talk? Hurry up! Wait, you haven't even let me talk yet.
Go ahead.
My point is this: eventually, that stuff wears on you. These kids aren't you. This is not Pat
There
Riley.
you go. They're soft.
Okay, maybe they are compared
Coach.
to you, but
You know what? I
the point
understand
is
what
you
you're
got to
saying.
get the message across the way you got to get the message across. Maybe it does work, but what I'm saying is if you keep going to that well too long, eventually in today's NBA, when the players make 20 times more than the coach, they'll tune you out.
This isn't Pat Riley going to tell you, Michael, you got to do a 3-hour practice.
If Riley said that to his guys, are they going to tune him out? No.
It's different. He's the president. He writes their
No.
contracts. You know what I mean? That's also. And by the way,
he's also he's Pat Riley.
Yeah, you gotta let
right?
him know
Michael
the ball.
Malone is not that.
But does Miami win a first-round series
No.
if they draw Boston, Philly, or
Maybe
Milwaukee?
Philly. Maybe because they have their number a little bit. But no, I would say no.
Yeah, that's a weird one. If you had to pick a team, Momo, to come out of the East, who are you picking?
Milwaukee.
100%.
Yeah, I like Milwaukee a
The
lot.
40-point blowout at home to
No.
the Celtics didn't
No way.
do
I
anything?
just, you know what it is? There's something about, like, I think Boston to me is the most talented.
Yes.
Okay, they're the most talented, but they lack, for whatever it is in that, whenever I see Giannis, I just can't pick against him. There's just something about Giannis.
He's at the peak of his powers.
Yeah.
Right now.
And
I
I
got a
think Drew
weird-
Holiday's been.
I got
Really
a weird
damn good.
feeling that Boston's a bad matchup for them, and Boston takes them out.
No,
Yeah,
they
I
would have
can see
lost
it.
last year if Middleton was healthy.
Yeah, well, we'll see. All right, so Momo, who are you taking coming out of the West? That's the harder one.
Yeah, who you got?
I don't.
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yeah,
I think,
too
but you know
top
what?
heavy.
It would. I'll say this, and I mean it. I would not shock me at all if the Lakers came out of the West. It would not shock me
Listen,
at all. They're that good.
There are 7 teams in the West.
Yep.
That if you told me they were the representative in the finals, I'd be like, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Are the Clippers on that list?
Yes.
If Paul George comes back,
Correct.
I don't think they're on the list if Paul George remains out. And that injury he has, guys, like.
Well, Shams is reporting that he thinks best case scenario would be very end of the first round, beginning of the second round. So they're not going to have him for the first round
Yeah,
series.
and think about. Listen, this next 3 games is really interesting, John. Okay, if the Lakers win tonight, then you can get a little cute with Friday and Sunday because you can try to maneuver it to where you're the 6 and not the 5.
No,
okay?
no, you don't do
But
that.
if you lose
Don't
tonight,
mess
then you got to
around.
play it out. And I'm one of those
Don't play
that says,
scared, Momo.
You don't want to mess with the basketball gods?
Exactly, and play like
I-
you're
But
scared.
don't you think to Ramona's point that
You want the Kings.
somebody
Come
will
on.
do that?
Of course.
Somebody will tank a game to try and
Well,
I'd bet
the
you the
Suns
Clippers
actually-
would, even though they wouldn't admit
Let
it.
me tell you this: the Suns.
well, none of them will admit
the
it.
Suns
Yeah.
actually can. They can almost choose their opponent because
Yeah.
Friday they play the Lakers, and this weekend they play the Clippers.
Right.
So if they're gonna rest,
So if they
and they're
beat
locked
if
into
they
4.
beat the Lakers and lose to the Clippers, then the Clippers get the 5 and they play who they want.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I'm Phoenix, I want to play the Clippers because they don't have Paul George in the first round.
Right.
Yeah, that's.
I
yeah.
know. I mean, this is really fun to watch as it comes down to the end here. And
Yeah.
that's why tonight this game to me, John, do you think this is the biggest Laker Clipper game ever?
Not if LeBron and AD don't play.
I think they're both gonna play.
Yeah, they'll play.
I think Bron's definitely gonna.
John
play.
is skeptical.
I know, it's
He's
like
been
he doesn't-
skeptical. A skeptical Ireland over there.
Davis isn't hurt. He's
80,
playing.
I don't know. 80, I don't know. Bron, I think he plays.
George, you think AD plays?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
He's got to tough it out, man. Come on, he's man up.
This to Ramona's point. This is a big game.
This is it.
Well, it's certainly the most meaningful Laker Clipper game ever
there
because
you go.
they've never met in the playoffs.
Right.
And the Clippers were bad for decades. So and now they have the exact same
Yeah.
record. It relates directly to seeding. If LeBron and AD play, I think the Lakers win. But I don't know. The Clippers have beat them 10 times in a row.
10 times, and
They're
also,
34-7 over the last 10 years.
This
I mean,
is the Russell Westbrook revenge game.
That's
you
right.
guys.
It is.
No,
Did you
he's
see
not-
Ty Lue yesterday?
No, what he said.
Big smile on his face
About this
when he
game.
was asked about
he's never
Russell.
lost to the Lakers as the coach
Westbrook's
of the Clippers.
downplaying it. Westbrook's saying it's not just another game.
No, just another game. That's what
Yeah.
he said. But
Well, I mean, let's put it this way. It was a fun day on the text message chains because it was like everybody had a take on like Russ with his emotions. Right? Is this gonna be a good thing or bad thing?
Yeah.
Like, let Russ be Russ, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? Like Russ can, if he can channel his emotions in the right way, like this might be a Westbrook all timer.
But Toom said that. He said he let him just cook and let him do
Yeah,
what he needs to
I
do.
think they're going to.
I've seen, and I was like Russ's biggest fan, but sometimes
Yeah.
if Russ tries to go into takeover mode, that's not always a good thing.
But okay, so I'll give you an idea of.
And the
what-
Lakers are going to let him shoot, by the way.
Oh,
Sure.
they'll dare him to
I
shoot.
mean, I
Right.
did the Warriors game against them last month, and the Warriors. I mean, they were 10 feet away from
Right,
him.
yeah.
They let him. I mean, they still lost the game, but they Russ, to his credit, he took a couple of them and then realized I got to move the ball, and he did. So
All right, will be very interesting to see what happens. Sedano, Momo, and Andy Kamenetsky next. George is going to cut out to go work the game across the street.
The Sedano and Cap Circle of Trust said that Kaplan may be leading the San Diego State runner-up parade. That may be what's
we
happening.
figured he would have his
And
own.
Sliwa too.
He would have his own float with Beck playing "I'm a Loser" on Cappy's float.
Wow! Yeah. Cut that up! Cut that up!
Yeah.
Cut that up!
I think that that would be a good. Hey, by the way, did you hear I got Cappy's phrase in at the end of the game last night?
I heard. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
I heard it on
how'd you get it
drive-in.
in?
All right, do we have it, Greg?
I heard it on a promo on the drive-in.
So they've been trying to get me to say Cappy's phrase.
What a fortunate moment we find ourselves
so this
in.
is how I slipped it in. Here we go. Abahi behind the three-point line, now to THT. Schroeder guarding him. Back to Abahi. Back to THT. THT driving. He's into the two-point area. 15-footer, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Troy Brown. He gets it to Schroeder. Schroeder ahead to Reeves. The clock expires, and the Lakers win it in overtime. 135-133. What a fortunate moment we find ourselves in. The Lakers have won 4 in a row on the road, and if the Warriors lose tonight, LA is in 6th place in the West. Now the Warriors.
That was
They
great,
did not.
John.
That only lasted for like 10 more minutes because the Warriors won.
Like we weren't even. The plane hadn't even been de-iced, and we were back in 7.
John, I'm proud of you. That was great.
Well, I'm glad I finally got it in. All right.
I know.
Sedano and Cap coming up next. Momo and AK filling in. ESPNLA. Oh, wait, hold on. They want me to say this. Crosstalk presented by Coors Light, keeping Southern California chill all season long.